Hello, everyone, and welcome to Retrothon 2026. And here we are going to be running Valkyrie Chronicles 2. I am Wandering Mind, and on call with me is my good friend Loof. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Good morning. It's morning in the UK here. I am Loof. I'll be assisting Wandering Mind with commentary on Valkyrie Chronicles 2.
I am really excited to show this off. I showed it here last year. It's going to be a very different run, and I'm going to get started really soon, so let me go ahead here. Alright, normal, yes. Alright, I'm going to do the countdown. Let me just get everything set up here, and yeah. Alright, going to count down. 3, 2, 1. Alright.
Alright, welcome to Valkyrie Chronicles 2. It gets pretty much straight into the action with the first tutorial mission. This will go over the Scout class. Valkyrie Chronicles has classes with how the units go. The Scout class, their standard weapon, has 5 bullets. And what we will try to do is we'll try to clear the first mission in a single turn. We'll, however, end the turn in the enemy phase. So what Wandering Mind will do is with Ivan will be selected, and Ivan will aim for the head on the scout. The headshot, or hitting a critical hit on a infantry unit, is a 2.5 times damage multiplier, which allows Ivan to take out the scout in 2 shots. Now, Wandering Mind is standing in front of the scout here and going to just instantly end the turn, which will hopefully kill off both of these scouts in the enemy phase.
Nope, did not get it. This is where I usually reset because it wastes about 12 or 15 seconds, but as you can see here, our weapon isn't very accurate.
Yeah, accuracy in Valkyrie Chronicles at the beginning of the game is generally pretty bad. I would say questionably a little bit too inaccurate. And you'll see the orange dotted reticule when we're in our target mode. Our bullets can basically go anywhere within that circle.
But now we are on to our second mission, and you can take it from here. I'm going to go fast.
Now, the second mission will introduce us to 2 more characters, which will be Zeri, Wandering Mind's favourite, and Cosette. Zeri is a trooper class, and Cosette is an engineer, and this will hopefully be the only time we'll see Cosette or the engineer class through the run. If you've played the first Valkyrie Chronicles games, you might know there's a small difference with the engineers in Valkyrie Chronicles 2, and the PSP games in general. They use a revolver, and the revolver is surprisingly powerful, but is heavily inaccurate and has a low range. The revolver has 6 shots and not 5. Because this game is on the PSP, we are going to be introduced to the area change mechanic here, where each area is linked by gateway camps. Once you've captured a camp, you can just instantly deploy units from another camp, specifically the one that is being linked to go to the new area. So this game introduces a new mechanic to the Valkyrie Chronicles series known as directional defenses, where if you're actually attacking from the side or behind of units, you will deal more damage. And I think Wandering Mind's HP is a little bit low here, so they all face the trooper. Oh. Whoa,
oh,
yeah.
Yep.
So you saw Wandering Mind veer towards the trooper that was in the base camp. This was so they would take less damage per bullet, as it would hit the front registry on Ivan instead of the side.
Oh yeah.
In chat, looks like the revolver is plenty effective at point blank. Yes, the revolver at a point blank range is better than a scout rifle, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, fun fact. If I game over in the first 2 missions, I can not go back to the main menu. I have to quit out the game manually.
Yeah. Yeah, normally it doesn't get that close with the HP. I think Ivan was on 6 at the end of that. Yeah, normally you're sitting around 30 to 35. So that menu was just to reduce the amount of units that are in our team, so deployment goes faster throughout the entirety of the run. We've also thrown in a couple units in, such as Salvaria and Maximilian. A couple others were also thrown in. Salvaria and Maximilian are notably from the first game of the series, but in Valkyrie Chronicles 2 they are allied units. These are unlocked through password codes, and since they're available within the game, they are allowed for the run. Salvaria is my favourite school student.
Same here.
Yeah, weirdly enough, Salvaria is back in school. She needs to learn better training.
Yeah, don't we all?
So this mission is what is called a hunt mission, where the objective is to obliterate all the enemy units. And as you can see, Anisette attacking from the rear against the shock trooper, it deals quite a bit more damage, and also ensures that the shock trooper cannot evade if you're attacking from the rear.
I still get nervous.
Go.
I still get nervous because I can miss, even though 12 out of 20.
Yeah, as you can see, 12 out of 20, but if attacking from the front here, it was the 16 out of 20 to kill off the shock trooper instead.
Yeah.
If you attack from the side, the damage is slightly increased, and it halves the evade rate on the enemy. So actually getting behind an enemy ends up dealing more damage. In the game settings, the game has been sent to instant enemy phase speed, which makes the enemy phase go incredibly quickly and sort of pre-calculated.
To begin, here is today's news.
I would definitely give the series a chance, Zero. I love the series, so does WanderingMind.
Yep.
So there, we were changing Ivan to a shock trooper. Ivan is the only unit in Valkyrie Chronicles 2 that can change to any class, being equally as efficient or deficient, depending on how you want to put it, in every single class.
What really helps is that he has a lot more health than the other units, which is really useful as a scout, which is what we're going to use for vast majority of the run.
Yeah, Ivan's, being the main character, kind of has stats all over the place where it's just generally very, very good everywhere. So using him as any class is fully functional. So we're now using a shock trooper for the first time. It wasn't Zeri. Shock troopers run quite a bit faster than a standard scout, although their entire movement gauge is a little bit shorter, which you can see at the bottom. The entire gauge is worth 800 points of movement, and a scout has 450, while troopers have 350. You can see that we're also selecting Ivan twice, and maybe even thrice per turn. Every time that you're using a unit, their AP will be cut by 1/3, 2/3, and then after the third action will be 50 AP each movement.
We are onto our first story mission.
Yep. So the progression of the game is through chapters or months, because the game goes through months of the year, January through through December.
Here is today's
The way to
news.
progress each month is that we have to complete a certain amount of key missions per month, and then do the story mission or missions that are in each month.
And I have to select all those required cutscenes, the red exclamation points, and then do them all, and then I can go into the story mission proper.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, the cutscene skipping is so good, it's like they never exist.
Yeah, the cutscene skipping in just the Valkyrie Chronicles games in general is incredibly good. So the objective of this mission is that we have to destroy a key unit, and I believe it's a tank.
Yep.
And we're not going to be using a Lancer. Lancer is a class that is designated for sort of anti-tank work, but the game does go easy on you a little bit. They give us a Ragnite crate behind the tank, and if you hit the crate, the tank instantly gets blown up. Lancers are a fairly slow moving unit, so selecting a Lancer would end up being slower. So now we went through Area 3, we'll go into Area 4 with Salvaria, and canonical ending, by the way.
Yep. I love doing this every single time. Alright.
By the way, that is actually faster than just shooting it from a distance.
Yes.
Otherwise, Salvaria would have to unload all 5 of her bullets to then trigger the game into finishing the mission. So onward to February, and this will be the final mission in the game where we have to kill all the enemy units.
To begin,
In general, the missions where you have to kill all the enemy units are incredibly slow.
Avon, how can I help you today?
Wish me luck.
You've got this.
So, this mission is more or less the main reason why we have Avon as a trooper. Because we get introduced to APCs.
Yeah, so this is the APC exercise where it teaches you how to use the APC class unit, which is a tank, but we're not going to be using the tank. Yes, we will not be hearing Avans who
Ah!
Ha ha ha. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Nope,
Yeah.
begins.
Yep, so it begins. AP use up. APCs and several other sort of units have a chance to trigger the AP usage up debuff, which drains your AP, which is your movement, by about 5 times the rate. It completely debilitates that unit from having movement.
But yeah, I was so used to cutscene skipping that I forgot what Avon's laugh sounded like for years. Then I watched the cutscenes again, and now it's ringing in my head, and it's never left me, and it's like, ah! But yeah, what got me into running Valkyrie Chronicles 2 is I love this game. It is unironically my favorite game in the series, and I decided, you know what, one day I want to run this game, and I kind of did, and years later, here I am. I'll probably go into more detail in a bit, but that's more or less the very short version.
And that's APC exercise without using the APC.
Yeah.
So you might be seeing at the end of missions that we're getting some rewards. These are credits. Credits are random. Random will become a core feature of Valkyrie Chronicles 2 as we start progressing. Credits are used to upgrade your unit classes in Valkyrie Chronicles 2. And we're looking for Avon, we're looking for arms and March credits.
Yeah, so for Avon and Anisette, I believe wait, was it arms or attack?
It's attack for troopers.
Right. But then, yeah, like the third tier classes I always forget, but for now I'm focusing on the second tier.
Yeah. There's 3 tiers of classes in Valkyrie Chronicles 2, for a total of 20 classes total. At the top end in the tier 3 classes, you start with 5 base classes, they split off into 10 subclasses, and then you have 20 sort of tier 3 classes with the progression. During this run, you'll see a couple tier 2 classes and maybe a tier 3 class.
If we're very lucky. I did check during the January story mission. I got enough materials, so I don't have to worry here.
Okay, another random aspect, which Wandering Mind just brought up, materials. There's 2 materials that we were looking for in the 2 previous missions. In the previous missions being the January story mission and February 2, which are Steel A and Steel B. The importance of this will be to be able to get the constructor arm, which we will start using in March. And the constructor arm is incredibly vital to the run.
Right, here we go.
So with this mission, it's technically a new objective. We just have to get, I believe it's any unit to the objective area, which will be at the end of Area 3. And that is basically just running Avon to the end. Avon has... We've also switched Avon back to the Scout class, so he has more movement now.
Yep.
With the way that the credits are earned, you have to get some sort of evaluation point, I guess, with how the game decides how to give credits. So killing an infantry unit gives you 3 evaluation points. Going from 3 to 20 evaluation points does nothing, as far as we understand, aside from reposition who is in the top 2 rankings in your mission. If you're in the top 2 rankings, you can roll for 3 different credits, and then everyone else rolls for 2 different credits. It is also possible to fail a roll on credits.
Got it. Usually I'll fly through the results screen, but here I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
To begin, here is
just
today's
making sure that
news.
we're getting the correct credits on Avon.
This is going to help out a lot pretty early on.
So, since we've cleared all the key missions we need to in February, Wandering Mind's just clearing out all of the red exclamation mark cutscenes to then unlock the story mission.
This is going to be fun.
Labour Team qualifiers. So, if you want to talk a little bit about the game's plot, go ahead.
I'm gonna wait until the story mission. Well, not the story missions, but the defend missions, because I can actually think.
Yeah, in March.
Yeah.
So, while what's happening is the rebels started revolting and caused a civil war in Gallia because, of course, they weren't happy that... spoilers for the first game. Cordelia is a Darkson. They weren't happy about that. Darksons are people with sort of a navy blue hair and like navy bluish hair, and often discriminated within Gallia. By the way, not cool. Don't do that. And Zeri in our class G, he is a Darkson himself. So basically what we're doing is we're going to we're going to bring an end to the Civil War, but also we got school stuff to do apparently. So what's happening here is we're going through a competition between the classes in Landseal Academy. They go from like class A to class G, which is our class. Think of it kind of like a tier list. Class A is supposed to be really good, and then class G is bottom of the barrel.
And we're good.
And we kind of also have to prove class G is not as bad as everyone expects it to be.
And we should be good.
So that
Oh,
grenade... Oh, Zeri hitting all the bullets there. So the grenade throw that Wandering Mind did there managed to bring the sniper towards us, but in the PSP games, where the explosion of the grenade happens is where the unit will look towards. So they were looking away from us, and we could just shoot the sniper in the back of the head for tons and tons of damage. That's February over.
To begin, here is today's news.
Here's the first R&D of the run. What we'll be getting is we'll be getting the tier 3 of the max machine gun and the tier 2 of the uniform. Then we'll be going over to the tank menu, and we'll be purchasing the constructor arm, and we will be equipping the Imperial flag sticker. The constructor arm will become evident very quickly, literally within this mission. Welcome to Storming the Bridge, the only mission we'll hopefully be doing twice.
Yep.
If Wandering Mind does not get the ace drop from the second clear, we will be using a backup save to get to the point of having the ace weapon. It's faster than doing the mission for a third time. The ace drop, which can only start appearing with the second clear, has approximately a 1 in 6 chance of actually dropping.
I need that weapon. Like, the route will not be possible without it.
Yeah, I would say, like, position-wise in sort of a Valkyrie run, it's probably one of the most broken things in the entire series. With how early you get it and how much it just opens up the entire game, it is absurdly crazy.
It really
Now
is.
here's Maximilian. He is a password character, since it's technically within the game. We allow it. He is probably one of the strongest early game lancers within Valkyrie Chronicles 2, because he has no negative potentials. That's what makes him really good. Potentials are sort of small traits on each character with if you get buffs or debuffs. Some characters have potentials that have some pretty severe debuffs, but their positive potentials might be incredibly strong.
Okay, no, I should be fine.
Yeah, so Wandering Mind is doing a small lineup here to hopefully pick up this double kill. Beautiful. And be able to get to the camp in a single command point. That looks wonderful.
Oh, that was good.
That setup there was discovered by Doomy Doom, one of our resident sort of stars in finding lots of little strategies throughout the entire series. And has done a lot of work on Valkyrie Chronicles 1 through 4.
To begin, here is today's news. Avon.
It's time to do this mission once again.
Yep, so you saw Storming the Bridge. We're going to have to do it again because we want this ace drop. As mentioned, it is a 1 in 6 chance, or approximately a 1 in 6 chance of getting it. And good luck and hope you get it.
I hope so too. This is
If the ace drop doesn't get awarded to us, we will load from a backup save.
But yeah, I try to do some small optimizations here and there. I mean, because I reset usually by this point, and I usually kill this guy right away.
Watch and
Yeah,
learn.
it was a little bit off, not a big deal. Okay, this should be fine. Alright, there
Yeah.
we go.
Some grenade launches in the series can be quite difficult to do, and sometimes they just don't make sense.
But yeah.
It's the grenade launching to get units out of a camp typically comes down to feel. As much as it's as silly as it sounds, there's a feeling that you kind of have to do with every single grenade launch. So there's Maximilian taking out Yarmus the tank.
Yep.
I'm rolling out.
You might notice that with when we use the tank, it's currently taking 2 command points. That's very expensive on the command point side of things, so we will try to, as quickly as possible, bring that down to 1.
Alright, okay. Should work. Oh, that was good.
Nice.
Like, I had the right setup. It's just accuracy, especially in the early game. And now the moment of truth. Alright, let's see what we get here. Nope.
No. So, since we did not get the correct ace drop, Wandering Mind will load from a backup save.
This is where most runs go to die, if they make it this far.
Yeah, so don't worry, we didn't get the ace drop, but
News.
we will just load from a backup save.
Yeah, thankfully it doesn't take too long to load up a save, but like a minute or so.
Yeah, it would take a lot longer if this was on PSP hardware, since we are running on a PSTV.
Alright. Yep. We got the right save file.
There we go, we got the ace drop. Yes!
Yeah!
Pretend that didn't happen, but of course.
Good, you're here.
But yeah, in the backup save, we do have 2 upgraded classes now, so...
Ah, Avant.
And then, very important,
Equipping the ace turret. This thing is absolutely bonkers. It is one of the most disgusting things within the entire series. It will start one-shotting tanks from the front and has insane accuracy, insane damage against infantry units. It just basically does everything. So you may have been seeing the target reticules, you know, before this were pretty big. Check the size of the target reticule on this tank. It is going to be incredibly tiny. Oh, you didn't even get to see the target reticule there.
yeah,
Wandering Mind just shot insanely quickly.
yeah, who needs to see it? I can just destroy the thing in one hit, and I can actually think right now because this is the defend mission. I'm just gonna pass turns, and I can actually talk about the game now. So, Luv kind of touched upon the plot, so yeah, so it's... Landseal is like the last line of defense, and it's up to a bunch of school kids to keep Gallia up by being taken over by some rebels. And, like, there's a lot more, but, yep, just trying to keep it simple. And so the game is really divided between this ongoing civil war, but more importantly, school life. And the game takes a very different tone from the first game. So you think, okay, the watercolor aesthetic and really borrowing from both World War I and World War II, kind of like those themes, but here it goes in a very heavily anime direction, an almost anime high school. And there's a very specific reason for this. So, around the time that the first game got released, they made an anime based on the first game. And the developers wanted to capitalize on it. So, they wanted to match the timing, and they wanted to keep the name while the name was hot, and also try to get in new audiences who may have learned about Valkyrie Chronicles through the anime. So, they were trying to go for a more casual audience.
To begin,
And
here is today's news.
developing the game on the PS3 would have taken too
How
long.
can I help you today?
So, PSP, shorter turnaround time, so they focused on that. And so they kind of went for a more casual experience where basically you can do the game in like short bursts where you can do missions on the go during your commute, and then you would watch the cutscenes and do the story while at home. And the want for casual gaming is also why we got a school setting. And they thought, there's something cool about a military academy setting. They did not have time to visit an actual military academy, and it kind of shows. And it's kind of more like a high school setting in all but name. But again, it keeps going back to, because of the anime, that's why they went to a completely anime style, the casual gaming approach, and the school setting. If it weren't for that, we would have seen the second game on maybe a console. And it goes without saying that this game was designed very specifically with the Japanese audience in mind. And also trying to get newer audiences within the Japanese audience, while trying to retain the audience that they got from the first game. Now, whether it did a really good job is up to your interpretation.
Yeah, so this mission is quite a weird one, as during the enemy phase, you'll notice that the enemy moving text isn't showing up smoothly like it does in every other mission. We don't know why. That isn't the stream dropping frames, that is just the game itself, just for some reason has hitches on the enemy phase in this mission.
Right, we should be just about done here.
Yeah, those were 2 defend missions in March, and Wandering Mind had a very nice spiel there about the game development.
Yeah, it was just really fascinating to kind of dive into it. I did a panel on the series at MagFest, and just the amount of information and research I was doing and trying to scrap things together, and a lot of the information I got for this game came from the art book, and there's a really good stuff in the interviews.
To begin, here is today's
Yeah,
news.
unfortunately, Valkyrie Chronicles 2 didn't do too well in the West. So the third game, Valkyrie Chronicles 3, did not get released and translated into English. However, through many efforts that have been done, there is an English translation patch for the third game, and it has also taken new reins under Doomy Doom, who's done a lot for the series. And the new translation patch is much, much better than the old translation patch that we've had for the last 12 years.
Yes. What was it you said about the old patch? What was the only praise you gave it?
So, I did make a joke with the old patch for Valkyrie Chronicles 3, for at least there's English letters on screen. That is basically the best part I could say about it, because with the old Valkyrie Chronicles 3 English patch, the more you look at it, the worse it gets.
Oh.
So we're up against the new class of unit here, which are the V2 units. These units are powered by supply vehicles. They have this glowing blue aura around them and basically take 0 damage while they have that aura up. You can kill them with late game weapons, but we don't have late game weapons at all. By destroying the supply vehicle, you take their blue glowing aura away, and then can actually deal them deal damage to them with standard weapons. However, we're just going to ignore killing them because there's no point in killing them.
Yeah, so casually, this mission is kind of like your first major wall because you are encountering the V2 units for the first time, and just with the way that the map is laid out and the fact that this is also your first escort mission, more or less.
Yeah, V2 units, they are artificial Valkyria, basically manufactured and not exactly up to the standard power levels that we'd expect of a Valkyria from the series.
I'm rolling out.
They still hurt an absolute ton though, so we tend to not want to really fight them. You may have also seen that when Wandering Mind was running Anisette to the camp, they were entering target mode a lot. This is a strategy called stutter stepping, which, because V2 based units have such an incredibly long ready animation for when they are raising their weapon to open up in interception fire, you can just enter target mode way quicker than they can ready their weapon, which prevents them from ever attacking.
To begin, here is today's news. Ah, Avon, how can I help you today?
So into April we go.
We got our first supply crate mission.
Yep, supply crates. So each in supply crate missions, our objective is to collect all the supply crates that are within the mission. Each area can spawn up to 2 supply crates, and there is a yellow indicator on the map in the bottom left when we're in the command mode if an area has any supply crates. I think we got potentially the worst spawn here because we have no crates in Area 5.
We don't know yet.
I saw no indicator in Area 5.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Moving out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The ideal spawn for this mission would be no crates in Area 3, but unfortunately because we didn't have crates in Area 5, we know we have crates in Area 3.
This isn't too bad, per se. Let's see what we get in the next area. So I'm gonna get Silvaria out, and we'll see where the crate is. Okay, well, the absolute worst if I had 2 crates here in this area.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of spread out and pretty far away.
Yeah, this is like, I wouldn't say it's the worst spawn. The worst spawn would be 2 crates in Area 3 and none in Area 5.
Yeah, so I mean, it was below average.
Yeah. Since there are 6 spawn positions in that mission, and you had to collect 3 crates, you know, each spawn, if my math is correct, has a 50-50 chance of appearing.
Here is today's news. Ah, Avon, how can I help you today?
I don't know math. It probably adds up to 100 and... I can't remember the number. 141 2/3%, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers don't lie and they spell disaster for you.
They
I don't
probably
have-
add up to that number. I don't know.
I don't know, I don't have time to think. I'm too busy doing a speed run.
Yeah. So this mission, we have to take out a brand new class to the series if we're going from the first game. This is a fencer. They decided to go Fire Emblem mode and bring swords to a gunfight. As we'll quickly learn, you don't bring swords to a gunfight.
Exactly. I mean, I was supposed to use...
Watch and learn.
Was I supposed to use Zeri there? I forgot, but whatever, I can still make this work.
Nothing to get wild about.
Alright, okay.
So Fencer classes have incredibly high defense, and the only way that you can really harm them is either
Yes.
getting their headshots or hitting them from the back.
So, I guess I use a bit of an old school strat because you can do this with Zeri, throw a grenade, he'll stand behind. But I kinda slipped and kinda went back to some really old strats. But didn't waste too much time, I was able to kill the guy in one go.
Yep.
To begin, here is today's news. Avon.
Alright, alarming developments.
Yep, the objective here, just to capture the base camp, and as you've been seeing through this run, it's probably going to be a one turn.
Yep.
That's a very common thing throughout the series, is basically trying to clear the mission in a single turn is our ideal scenario. There are some situations, however, where going into a second or third turn is actually faster than doing a single turn clear, due to how long the single turn clear can take to set up.
Keep casualties to a minimum.
A crisis is a turning point, right, bro?
I don't like their attitude.
I see one.
So, you may have seen that Avon has upgraded to the Scout Veteran. This gives him 100 more movement and a little bit more beefy defense to be able to withstand a couple more bullets. His movement has increased by 100, so he now has 550 AP, and that is incredibly noticeable with how big of an improvement it is.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, I can make this work.
I'll show you what a star can do. You're in the way.
So Anisette's going to do a little bit of bowling by using a grenade to get 2 troopers out of the camp. And then there's also a scout that needs to be taken out.
There we go. As long as
You
we get a
can
headshot.
Yeah, as you can see, the bullets are kind of going everywhere. That is that's a common thing in Valkyrie Chronicles, especially so because we're in Lean Bluff Forest and there is a light layer of fog, which makes our shots even more inaccurate.
Alright.
Now, if you saw the run from last year, this mission is going to look
Here is today's news.
very different. Because this is Darks and Liberation, the April story mission. And the big thing with Darks and Liberation is that we are going to be using a glitch. Yes, this run is technically not glitchless.
Welcome to R&D, kid.
And
Make yourself at home.
the glitch is called order storage. It's a strange leftover from Valkyrie Chronicles 1 scripting, but essentially when you use an order, this gives a unit typically quite a powerful boost. The biggest order you end up seeing throughout the series is defense boost, because defense is the best offense. And at the end of the turn, the unit that has received defense boost should lose the order buff. But the script that clears order buffs only checks for units that are out on the field. It doesn't check in reserves. So what will happen is Wandering Mind will be using defense boost on Zeri, which will, and then make sure that Zeri isn't out on the field when it goes over to the player phase, and Zeri will keep that defense boost into turn 2, where orders are only supposed to last a single turn.
Alright.
The order storage glitch does work in Valkyrie Chronicles 3, but only the vanilla Valkyrie Chronicles 3 version. If you go to the E2 versions, or any version that's based off the E2 version of the game, order storage has been patched.
Wish me luck.
You've got this.
So we're gonna see literal tank controls.
Right, let's get her done.
Looking good so far.
So yeah, look how tiny the target reticule is for the tank.
Yeah.
Down you go.
That turret is, as I say, it's brokenly disgusting.
Watch and learn.
Oh yeah, I did do some safety stuff.
I see you there.
So
Yeah, I saw a couple safety things in that menu.
yeah, the anti-ailment suit. If you want to explain that.
Yeah, so there's two types of suit per class in this game. You've got the standard suit and the anti-ailment suit. The standard suit has higher defenses, but the anti-ailment suit basically prevents us, for the most part, from getting hit by AP usage up and other debuff weapons that might exist.
Enemy
Yeah.
sighted.
Getting the debuffs absolutely debilitating, especially if it's AP usage up, and the anti-ailment suits more or less prevent that from happening.
Yeah. Yeah, like this mission is a major run killer, and normally I don't go for the anti-ailment suit because it's a good amount of menuing and I just want to go fast. But here, I just want to get past this mission without any problems. Because
Yeah, so you may have seen that Baldron used the recall order, which will bring all infantry units that were not cleared off the ground back up. And that specifically, and very specifically, we did not clear that sniper as we want Baldron to use recall. Normally in a casual playthrough, recall catches the players off guard and they're like, wait, what? He's cheating. But yeah, we actually manipulate Baldron to use recall.
Moving out.
So as you can see, Zeri's still got his defense buff as appearing over his unit card. And yeah, we cheated the game by glitching.
hey, that looks good. I did the grenade launch.
Yeah. With grenade launches, you can tell if the unit is out of the camp if they do not have a defense boost icon by their name.
And guess what? We have another Gatling turret to deal with.
Yep, but the order storage manages to just get Zeri through that
Yeah.
perfectly safe.
And the anti-element suit makes this a lot safer.
Yeah, a lot of fixed turrets and well APCs have a fairly high suppression rating, which will prevent the unit from getting, which will apply AP usage up and prevent units from getting their full movement. And as you can see, that Gatling turret just gets totally annihilated by our overpowered as all hell tank. This tank is ridiculously broken.
It is.
In the menu that Wandering Mind did just before this mission, you may have noticed that we picked up the light tank B1. This is a tank body that reduces the AP, the command point cost of the tank from 2 to 1, making it so overly brokenly powerful that yeah, the tank gets used a heck of a lot throughout the entire run.
Yep.
And onward to May.
Yep, and we got another defend mission. I'm just glad that I was able to get past April. Like, in a PB attempt, that's always pretty stressful because not one, but 2 Gatling turrets.
Yeah. If Zeri did not have the defense boost, he would have been turned into Swiss cheese.
Yep.
Ah, Avon. How can I help you today?
Yeah. But, yeah, so hopefully I get good luck here, I get a good enemy spawn. You want to talk about enemy spawns? I don't think we've talked about it much yet.
So, in all these key missions, bar a few, every mission is effectively flagged for if enemy spawns can be when enemy spawns are random or fixed. This also includes mine placement and, as well, barricades. Or sandbags, or whatever you want to call them. These random placements, basically, every single time you play a mission, once you've entered the deployment screen, the RNG seed for where stuff will spawn has been set. And effectively, for a single mission, you may need to learn up to 2, 3, sometimes even 4 different permutations of how the mission plays out. So a lot of it is adapting on the fly from having learned practice on which approach you need to take. Each mission has sort of an ideal route that we would go through, but depending on how certain things will spawn and sort of variations, we will take different approaches depending on what spawns. The story missions, or the end of month missions, have stable spawns. We know everything that will spawn in those missions, where they'll spawn, absolutely everything.
Alright, I got pretty good luck. I did not have a tank in Area 4. So we got some pretty instant enemy phases. Oh, the next mission, it's gonna be fun. Reaching the bunkers.
Is this the... Yeah, this is the bunkers.
Yep, we get introduced to bunkers.
To begin, here is today's news.
So we're going to be introduced to the bunker style unit, and just in short, they hurt. They really, really hurt. They have very far range of when they'll start opening fire, and just they turn anything into Swiss cheese.
Yep. Also, high suppression stat.
Yeah, there's also a really high suppression stat on them, so yeah, that's really, really not good for the for our units and our AP if we, need the AP.
I'm going for it.
So this trooper is barely in the camp. Now he's not in the camp.
I should be fine. What's the worst that can happen?
Are you going for the no defense boost?
Yes, of course I am.
So you'll see Ivan's HP is 314. Now his HP is...
Oh! Alright.
Now his HP is 0.
What? No, you know what? No, I'm doing it again. Okay, okay, we only lost a little bit of time, okay? I'm doing it again. I think I knew what happened here.
But yeah, as you can see, the bunker kind of turned Ivan into Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Ivan.
Alright, here we go once again. I mean, I already loaded up a backup save, and I have plenty of time to spare. So I'm doing this once again. If we game over once again, I'm gonna play it safe.
Yeah, the old strategy there used to be just using a defense boost no matter what, but since Ivan is a veteran, he can just about squeeze through without the defense boost.
Yeah. It does require Ivan to be a scout veteran, though.
Yes, it does require Ivan to be a scout veteran, and there is the small variance of the interception can just randomly be accurate if it wants to.
I'm gonna try this time.
Did.
Okay, that's better. That's gonna work. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's go.
One thing you might notice is that Wandering Mind tends to not tends to try not to move the camera too much. The camera controls in this game are wild. You use the L and R buttons on the PSP, or I think Wandering Mind's playing on a PS4 controller
Yeah.
through the PSTV to look left and right, and then you use triangle and X to look up and down in the action mode. So the camera controller is all over the place.
Oh, that was very dangerous what I did there.
Yeah. As you can see, Yvonne managed to get past the bunker without using defense boost.
Watch and learn.
Yeah, it is just about surviving. So as you can see, the camera not moving again because of Wandering Mind. And hopefully we'll pick up a double kill with Zeri on
Oh, I was so close.
the two troopers. Yeah. Because Wandering Mind was aiming at the first trooper, the second trooper wouldn't actually open return fire. Only the unit that has the red arrow above them when you're attacking will be open for return fire.
Yeah. But yeah, that double kill is pretty inconsistent, but I try to go for it anyway.
Yeah. When you get it, you just get a feel good because it is technically time save, as you don't have to go into target mode for a second time.
Yeah, like there are ways to make it a bit more effective, but that really depends on where the sandbags are placed in that
here's
area.
Today's news. Ah, Yvonne, how can I help you today?
But yeah, like, okay, I think I know what happened. It's the way I grenaded that one trooper.
Yeah, I noticed that the trooper didn't go in the direction that he wanted to, and he probably got a couple shots on Yvonne, which managed to take Yvonne down to 0.
Oh yeah, because the R&D route got changed a bit, so we used to do more upgrading pretty early on, but we realized, okay, that isn't really necessary anymore. Because before I had enough to kill the trooper, now not so much.
Yeah.
Enemy spotted.
So this
I see
is just another capturing the flags mission. You've seen this a couple times already in this run. We're going to be doing one turns because that's what the series is about. That's
Yep.
how you go fast.
Alright, on to the next objective.
You've kind of seen the gameplay cycle of, you know, destroying what's
Moving out.
necessary
Lose.
and just killing stuff. It's great. So there are V2 units in this mission, and we just kill off the supply vehicle because we need to run in front of it. Since the supply vehicle's bullets would be hitting us in the back, that hurts a lot.
See one.
Yeah, and APU sub.
Yeah. And then here's the second case of the Lancer, third if you count Maximilian being used twice, and we need to use the Lancer to take out the AT bunker, because the camp that we just came out actually prevents us from bringing the tank out anyway. It is one of these small camps which prevents tank usage.
Star, not an athlete.
So this mission does have the night state, where basically vision is severely cut down and basically reduces interception ranges of everything by a significant amount.
So there.
Yeah, we're using night to our advantage, and by taking a fairly tight line at the start to go around the mountain, it prevents the V2 from opening interception fire earlier and probably killing us if we got early interception on it.
Alright, we got our next story mission.
To begin, here is today's news.
Yep. For the May story, I forget what this is. This is the Levitine, right?
Yep, the semifinals.
Yep. So we're going up against another class in Landseal for the Levitine semi-finals, and the objective is to destroy a tank.
And how are we gonna do that?
We kind of have a tank that just nukes everything, so we're going to be using our tank to take out another tank.
Yeah. This is when I'm very thankful that Avon is a scout veteran. You can do this as a regular scout, but it's very frightening, and it's very unnerving.
Yeah. Even though, like, the damage values in Valkyrie Chronicles 2 are, when you're taking damage from the front, is quite a bit lower than the rest of the series. When you're taking bullets from the side and the rear, it shoots up by an incredible amount.
Yeah, you just see how much damage I was taking.
Yeah. Having a Scout Veteran also gives you slightly higher defenses, so each bullet would have done more damage if Ivan was still a base Scout. And here's a case of my tank is bigger than your tank. You ever heard of thread in a needle? Because we just thread a AT shell
Yeah.
between the building and the box.
Right, now we're on to June, and we got our first major R&D trip. Well, I mean, we've done a few before, but we're going to do a lot here.
Yeah, this is a massive purchase for June, and we're also going to be checking on veteran classes for Zeri, I believe.
Yeah, I already have him as a veteran.
Here is
Oh,
today's
nice.
news.
Alright,
Potentially Anisette, I guess.
I already have her as one.
Oh wow, you've got both, nice.
Yeah, so in the backup save, I didn't upgrade Anisette yet. That was
Yeah.
kind of on me, but I'm like, hey, it worked out, I guess.
So, big upgrades here. Tier 5s on the Galleon rifles, Tier 4 on the grenades, Tier 4 on our uniforms, Tier 5 on the trooper machine guns, Tier 4 lancers, Tier 3 uniforms for our lancers, blast suits. Oh, sort of the middle tier, because the blast suit is weirdly on the armored techs, but it doesn't have blast resistance like the lancer ones do. It's weird. Don't ask questions sometimes. For some reason it's called a combat suit when it's the blast suit.
I'm gonna make sure that Zeri has the regular suit. Alright, good call on my part.
Yeah, very good call on the anti-ailment. Another thing is anything that isn't the mass manufactured basic line in the R&D, you have to manufacture them individually. So, Wandering Mind only has one anti-ailment suit for covering both scouts, troopers, and engineers for the entire run.
So we got our first desert map.
Yeah, Dorse Desert, the only map in the game that doesn't have any effective story tied to it. In the desert, while it's daytime, there is a heat effect which I believe is a 25% usage rate of AP or movement. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Increases the drain rate of action points, or AP, being the unit's movement, by 25%. The tank and APC are not affected by this. The AP drain also does affect the enemy units. If you're using your own tank or your own APC, what can happen is you can put a sprinkler unit on your APC, which will then remove the AP usage up from the heat from your own units. So there was a nasty bunker spawn there that managed to hit Anisette pretty heavily.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
saw how far away I was, relatively speaking.
Yeah. Additionally, for like other areas that have existed, like when it was being nighttime, you can put the lamp on your tank, so you can remove the night effect on your behalf. In Lean Bluff Forest, you can put on the defogging unit, which for your characters will remove the accuracy debuff from the mist. And other locations have additional parts you can put on your tank to remove the effect.
Oh!
Taking the stage.
Hey, we got some pretty terrible luck here. A Lancer and
Always-
two enemies.
Of course.
It always feels nice when you get a double kill within
Yeah.
the series. Double
does.
kills happen a lot more often in the PSP games due to the small maps.
Anisette almost died there.
Yeah, line them up, knock them down.
Yep.
Rolling out.
I think the most amount of kills I've ever got in a single action in the PSP games was 6. I haven't managed to get a 7-man kill yet.
Oh man. Gotta try to
Yeah.
go for something here. Hopefully I get it.
Are you doing left side?
Yes. And also, I feel like Alexis is gonna get killed, but we should be fine. We'll see what happens.
Alexis, hold the fort.
I knew that was gonna happen. Anyway, alright, just give me a moment here.
Alexis did their job. All that they had to do was be a wall. Alexis is an armored tech class which have mass defense, but they are unable to counterfire as they use a melee weapon. They use a war pick. But their mass defense we use if necessary for several defender missions to, you know,
Got it.
protect our own camp. And that's the left side clear of the mission. Where going to left makes it so you don't need to use a fourth action with the APC.
Yeah, movement is a little bit tight there. And that took me a while to get down.
Yeah, once Doomy found that, shouts to Doomy again. Doomy finds a
To
lot of
begin,
stuff.
Here is today's
Um,
news.
That was fun.
Avon, how can I help you today?
Now, Forest Guardians, a mission that had recently started causing trouble, but we found a solution.
Yeah.
And the solution is literally as entertaining as watching paint dry.
Yes.
Normally, what would happen in Forest Guardians is we have to protect 2 camps. We would, and as you can notice in the areas, these camps are completely disconnected.
Rolling out.
Normally, we
Ooh.
would place the tank in the old route. We would place the tank in Area 4, and have defense in Area 1. But now we've swapped it because we are going to watch paint dry.
Oh, I think I got it. And now we're gonna see the wall stall. So by looking at a wall, we can stall the enemies from attacking us.
Yeah, for whatever reason, looking at this wall, I don't know the logic behind it. But looking at the wall with Alexis just makes it so the enemy just doesn't see Alexis.
Okay, we should be good. We should be good.
They saw Alexis this time, but quite often Alexis is in the camp, so they'll just constantly start healing. But with a good wall stall, they wouldn't come anywhere close to the camp, and Alexis would just hold the fort for 6 turns.
Okay, we're good now.
Yeah. So with driving the tank back in Area 1, what happens is this causes the units to come through the grassy path to the right side of the tank instead of coming through where the mortars can randomly drop, because every single time mortars drop, they tend to kill their own allies, and having more enemies spawning in is bad. That causes enemy phases to take way longer than necessary.
So far, so good. Oh, this is looking really good.
Later during the run, I'll get into enemy spawning mechanics a little bit more in depth, but while we're here, we're just going to stare at the wall.
Yep.
Now have our back to the wall, and have fun.
Yeah, so far, none of the enemies have been killed by their own artillery, so this is going to speed things up a lot. Okay, I stand corrected. Oh my god, that's gonna waste a bit of time.
Yeah, so I think that wastes about 2 seconds because they will bring in a new unit now.
Yeah. So theoretically, by pulling the tank all the way to the back, it should get the enemies out of range of the artillery. Doesn't quite guarantee it though.
That was the scout that was there.
Yes.
At the start of the mission anyway. But all new enemy scouts will come through the grass on the side, and that's a mortar. That's a mortar class unit.
Yes.
The mortar unit has blast resistance, so they'll just take very minimal damage from the artillery shelling.
But yeah, no, like this was a pretty good mission. I mean, wasn't perfect, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Ideally, with the wall stall used by Alexis, the scouts wouldn't even get close to the camp. They would just be scared by someone staring at a wall.
Yeah, like that was nothing I did, right? I think it was more the enemy placement.
Yeah, I think one of the enemy placements was like, "Hey, I'm going to break wall stall,"
Yeah.
but it didn't break it enough to where the mortars would come in and unleash their explosive lances.
Yeah, usually I don't get that many scouts in that area.
Avon, how can I help you today?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Next up is another kill the specific enemy mission, and I believe this is the Impregnable ABC.
Yep.
Which is in Area 3. Unfortunately, it's an APC, and they will meet the might of tank.
Yes.
Moving out.
So this mission is a very quick one. We're going to be using Avon to distract the Gatling turret here, so then Zeri can squeeze in behind it. You may have noticed a bunker next to the enemy camp that we're going to be capturing, but don't worry, there is actually only an AT bunker. It doesn't have a machine gun on it, so it cannot open fire at Zeri.
Yes. Watch and learn.
Pretty cool trick I did there.
Yeah, I know with like recent routing stuff, WanderingMind has been looking for instant snap grenade targets. That snap grenade is actually snapping towards the bunker, which then puts the grenade in the perfect position to fire to be thrown at the trooper. And there's the APC gone.
Yep.
It met the might of tank.
Right. And now we got our next story mission or two. Yes, we got 2 we have to do for June. And this upcoming mission is one of those ones where explaining it would take longer than doing it.
Yeah, it's a blink and you'll miss it mission. I like to compare this one to GoldenEye, specifically Depot in GoldenEye, where, you know, we just look at the floor and make sure we don't hit mines.
Yeah. If only there was a warp.
Yeah, this is the shortest mission in the game.
And it's a very good example of how playing the game casually and speedrunning this game are two very different things.
Yep. Well, I guess it's the second shortest because the first mission is very, very quick if it goes correct.
Okay, listen close.
So, defense boost on Yvonne. You can do this mission without the defense boost, but it is incredibly risky.
Okay, let's go.
And then just look at the floor, make sure you don't hit mines. That
I see one.
Gatling bunker is, and the mission's over.
Yep.
There we go. One of the fastest missions in the game. Blink and you've missed it. As I like to say, describing how that mission functions takes longer than the mission it actually takes.
To begin, here is today's news.
What they want you to do is they actually want you to like press some buttons in other areas within the mission, and then run on to the armory. But if you defense boost, you can just run through the middle and take all the fire and be completely fine.
Yeah.
And then we go back to a capture mission, and hey, it's Valkyrie Chronicles. Expect a one turn on any mission where it's captured the camp.
Moving out.
And I believe in this mission we start to see like we see more of the main rebel enemy forces in Audrey and the, I want to say it's Gyrolol. I don't know the actual pronunciation of the tank, but yeah, it's Gyrolol. I'm going with that.
Yeah, that works.
This tank is unlike other tanks in the game where they have an incredibly high turn speed on their turret and basically snap onto you like an absolute laser.
Enemy sighted.
Don't worry, I
can
got
see-
this.
Yeah, and also this mission introduces the purple drink. Do not contaminated water by its technical name, but we call it the purple drink. Do not drink it. It absolutely destroys your defense rating. Like, I think it basically sends it to 0, and it additionally slowly drains your HP over time the longer the more you're in it. So do not drink the purple drink.
And we're...
Onward to July.
Yep.
To begin, I have a new award to pass on. to
This
all
is
of you.
a collect the crates mission coming up.
Yep, our first one in a while.
Ah, Yvonne, how can I help you
As
today?
expected with collecting crates, there's going to be quite a lot that we have to get here. I believe it's 4. I could be wrong on that. Might be 5. But basically we're placing 6 units down in specific locations, and ideally we'll just be able to move them around the areas and get the necessary crates as well as they spawn.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Entering combat.
Alright, we got a supply crate and... Alright. Nope, no, not one over there, so we're gonna get the tank out. So, it's gonna waste a little bit of time just because I have to use one action to spawn the tank, then use the other to get Marion up the ladder. I mean, otherwise, this is a pretty quick mission.
Yeah, that spawn at the top of the hill there is probably the worst spawn in this mission because of it wasting a command point for the tank and sort of the animation of building the ladder. That's where the constructor arm is coming into use. It's built a ladder so we can get access to more shortcuts, and we use it through several bridges throughout the run as well.
Watch and learn.
Oh,
Enemy sighted.
okay.
Nothing to get wild.
Okay, you know what? That was alright. I'll
There
take
you go.
it.
It is 4 crates, so I'm a smart one.
Yes, you are.
I always forget with crate missions, like some of them, is it 4 or 5? Is it, 3 or 4 sometimes?
I don't have time to think. I'm too busy going fast. If I think too
Yeah.
much, I'll get distracted and I'll mess up.
Here is today's news.
Next up is the
Avon,
is an
how can I
escort
help you
mission,
today?
and this is, I believe it's the last time that we can go for March and March X credits on Avon if he somehow wasn't a scout veteran. This is basically the deadline mission for him to become a scout veteran.
Alright, there we go. That's always a bit of a tricky menu to do. But as long as I get it right, like, there are a lot of pre-deployment menus that I have to do.
Yeah.
You want to talk about preloading and all that stuff first.
I will get into the theory of time compression in a little bit.
Alright, sounds good.
Hostile spotted.
Okay, that's good. I need to block that bunker. And my visual cue is as soon as the camera starts to zoom in, that's when I end my action. I need to make sure I can get through, and I got versus armor boost, which means I can destroy this bunker in one hit.
Yeah, the versus armor boost with Rainier can trigger when there are 2 tanks nearby, and bunkers and any sort of fixed unit from the enemy, being bunker, cannon tower, turret, count as a tank. So since there were 2 tanks, as the APC and the bunker, Rainier, if he triggers armor boost, he can one-shot the bunker.
A crisis is a turning point, right, bro?
Here is a specific positioning for Avon to where the enemy will not attack him as they are unable to see him. And we'll just be driving the APC as necessary, area by area, turn by turn, until it gets to the objective.
Alright, I'm a bit low on health, but hopefully I should be okay, question mark.
You'll get a small recovery from being in the camp.
Yeah, there are 2 bunkers along the pathway, and it's getting shot from behind that I'm a little bit worried about.
Yeah, if a unit is in a camp, it regenerates 30% of its HP at the end of the turn. Infantry units automatically generate 20% of their HP at the end of the turn. If they are in the camp, they will regenerate 50%. That is a series-wide metric there. In every single game.
Should I keep Avon in the camp?
We might actually be able to win.
It's your call.
I'm rolling out. Hostile spotted. But I see you.
Yeah, as this is a night mission, you can see that we are slowly unveiling units as we get close to them, just for the,
I'm rolling out.
because it's a night mission, it takes a while for them to come in, due to the
Follow me.
night range.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna play it safe here. This area can be a bit frightening.
Yeah, we don't know what is in Area 1 for this mission. You can get some Lancers, you can get some pretty nasty spawns in general. But hopefully, it shouldn't be too bad.
We'll see what happens. Oh, that is
Ooh.
bad.
Do a repair. You need the repair here.
Yeah, so unfortunately I'll have to use Cosette.
Yeah, unfortunately we're seeing Cosette again. Due to the Lancer that spawned,
Thanks, kid.
just being a bit safe and repairing up the APC. I believe the repair is plus 400 HP. I could be wrong on that.
Careful. They'd still be. This is bad.
And that was a mine in the way. By reversing and making sure the mine hits the front of the APC,
Hostile spotted.
the APC takes a little bit less damage.
Yeah, if you get really unlucky, you'll have 2 landmines and you have to trigger one of them to get through.
Get her done.
Yeah. And you can see the landmine hit for a lot of damage. That's typically as much as you'll see a landmine hit. If you drive over it and then the explosion hits the rear of your APC, that's going to deal even more damage. The small reversal to make sure you take a little bit less damage is a cool bit of tech. It's a little bit slower,
To
but
begin,
just for
here is
safety
today's
purposes, is
Avon,
as I say, it's a nice
how
little
can I
bit of
help
tech.
you today?
Was it that? I think you came up with that one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Maybe it was by accident or I didn't really think about it. Who knows? But I feel like I did. I think that might have been something I discovered.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how the defense system works in general, is that front defense is always the strongest and rear defense is always the weakest. There's also on APC, tanks and other units, there's also the radiator resistance, and I'm specifically saying resistance and not defense, because it is a... what am I looking for? It's a resisting multiplier, where hitting the radiator on a tank is a 5x multiplier in most cases, but then the resistance number gets applied to it. So if a APC or a tank had 200 resistance, the multiplier is then reduced down to 3 times multiplier, as it's resisting 200% of the multiplier. Some of the late game tanks in the game have up to 350% resistance, so hitting the radiator is only 1.5 times multiplier. And then there's also some bugged APCs in a specific mission which have no listed multiplier, not even 0, and they take 270 times the amount of damage to their radiator. As it is pulling the pulling the data from the interception cone of the APC and not the internal multiplier itself.
Camp occupation confirmed. Keep it up.
I'm rolling out. Hostile spotted. Go down.
Got it.
Yeah.
Enemy
And
sighted.
yep, we're going to be building another ladder, because that is what our tank do. It kills and builds ladders. But yeah, the 270 times multiplier damage to a specific mission and specific APCs in that mission is due to a bug.
You're in the way.
Yep. Oh, I messed. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm wondering if that's because that was a scout.
Yeah, units can have some weird hitboxes, so if you've got like a trooper and a scout, launches can be different between them.
Yeah, because I think I had the right setup. It looked like
I think
it.
you had the right setup for a double trooper.
Yeah, it's just launching scouts is a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that looked good.
To begin, here is today's news. Avon, how can I help you today?
And this
Onto a gust
mission.
of wind. Now, I know there's one thing you like to do in this mission.
Of course.
Yep.
There's another way of doing it, but I don't like doing it, and it looks less cool than what I'm gonna show off here.
I'm actually unsure who voices Brickzone.
Same here.
I will check that.
Oh, did you look at that?
Cute. I can take you all.
Yeah, that's a blind shot. We always know that a unit will spawn on that camp, so yeah, we can just shoot it.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, I feel great.
Surprise tank fire from the darkness.
Flank them hard.
Yeah.
A crisis is a turning Right, bro?
The voice actor for Brixham is apparently Travis Willingham.
What?
I'm not
What
sure
has he done?
I'm not sure what he's done. He does Roy in Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh!
Portgas the Ace in One Piece, and Cleo in Glass Fleet, if anyone is interested.
Yeah. But yeah, like Zeri is voiced by Crispin Freeman.
You're in the way.
I think. Yeah, there are some notable voice actors.
Yeah, the shopkeep within the game is voiced by Tidus from Final Fantasy X, James Arnold Taylor, and you could imagine Troy Baker's in this game because he's in every game.
Yep. Who did he voice? Troy Baker? Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
also.
Isn't he Helmut? I think.
Yeah. No, wait. Steve Bloom is
To
Helmut.
begin, here
Oh
is
yeah, Steve
today's
Bloom
news.
is Helmut. He's in every game as well. I forget who Troy Baker does, but yeah, Troy Baker's in this game. The cast in this game is crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also-
the drill instructor is John DiMaggio, who also voices Waka in Final Fantasy X.
And more famously, Bender from Futurama.
Yep. Bender from Futurama as well.
Yeah. And then Audrey is voiced by Ali Hillis, who did Burroughs in Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Lightning Farron in Final Fantasy 13.
Mhm.
Alright, here we go.
When you look at like the voice cast for like Valkyrie Chronicles 2, it's actually incredible. Like it's star-studded voice cast, which is crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is. And
If I'm correct, James Arnold Taylor also voices Randy, who does look like Tidus.
he does! A very sadistic Tidus.
Yeah, so Tidus ends up voice acting Tidus.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, it's like star-studded voice cast throughout Valkyrie Chronicles 2.
But yeah, leave it to Liam O'Brien to voice a villain.
Not an athlete.
Him as Count Waltz was always my favorite, but like there's, and you know, Grimoire Weiss from Near Replicant, but
Oh, Troy Baker's Leon, that's right, yeah.
what?
Because of course.
He
yeah.
is?
Yeah, Troy Baker's Leon Hardens.
I did not know this. How?
I mean, we said that he's based probably in this game anyway, because he's in every game ever.
Yeah,
but
before he got too expensive to hire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they're like a really big voice actor in gaming, they're probably in this game.
Yeah, like, especially, you know, of that time period.
Yeah, we're just breezing through a couple missions while we talk about
Yeah.
stuff. Also, if I'm correct, this is the Leviathan finals.
Yeah.
Juliana really wants her camp, so she will stare down a tank to capture that camp, and we just blast her in the back of the head and she's dead.
Yep.
Mission complete.
And with that, we have finished the first half of the run.
Yeah, this is quite commonly sort of the first half that has happened. I forget how many missions it is in the first half, but the second half, the missions take a lot longer.
31 missions, I believe.
To begin,
I
Yeah.
think.
I have a new
But yeah,
award to
Juliana
pass on to all of you.
really wants her camp, and she will stare down a tank, and you just blast her in the back of the head, and she dies instantly. There was an old, if you watch the run from last year, you will see an old strategy that was used where you would specifically try to knock her out of the tank, out of her own camp. But if you fail to do so, she will survive a shot to the back of the head. This strategy just brings her to
To
us,
begin, here is today's news.
and it's a 2-turn clear instead of a 1-turn
How can I help
previously,
you today?
but it's faster. And way more reliable since you don't have to knock her out of the camp.
Oh yeah. I do love this game. Like, I've been obsessed with it for years, and I mean, there's a reason why I've been running this game. But yeah, we are now on to our second half, and things are gonna ramp up, and this is where having a Vaughn as a scout veteran is more or less a requirement.
Yeah, you can complete this game on just base classes with enough skill and figuring stuff out, but you lose so much time if a Vaughn is not a veteran.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, yeah, like right here. Heavy gunners.
Coming at you.
Yeah, a nice little tactics block with Advance Wars after Valkyrie Chronicles.
Oh yeah!
So yeah, I think if a Vaughn was just a base scout there, you'd have to use 2 command points to get to the camp.
Yep. And
And that's
fingers
like
crossed.
I think that's like a 6-second save already for being a scout veteran.
Yep, okay, so I got the right position. That's actually random whether or not I get that.
Yeah. Get used to seeing this camp at the top of Area 3 being captured and driving to it, and get used to Area 3 in the desert a lot. You will see it a lot. I think this is like the 4th time we've already seen it since we saw it in Towers of Death and when you went to the left side.
Yep.
Oh wait, you haven't done Towers of Death yet.
Nope.
But, yeah,
No, that's
we've
next
seen.
month.
We'll see this plateau area in Area 3 a lot. So, you may have seen that Anisette got the new potential neutralized. Potentials in this game are very, very silly with how they function. Because each character will have 2 potentials that they start with in every class. It is their character specific potential and then class specific potential. There is a 3rd potential slot that will only be learnable once a hidden 25-point system has been satisfied. Every single time you use a unit, their points value goes down by 1. Every single time you kill an infantry unit, that points value goes down by 2. And I believe it's every single time you destroy a tank, that points value goes down by 3. Once you've got that points value down to 0, then you can start getting the 3rd potential to activate on the unit. It's a really silly system. Every single time you change class, you reset the 25-point system, and is probably one of the most frustrating things that people do not know about this game, because they would try to unlock the Phoenix potential on their late game units and constantly run over mines and wonder, why is Phoenix not activating? Because you may not have satisfied the 25-point system first. So this Gatling bunker needs to go down, because Gatling bunkers hurt a lot, and 2 turrets just take it out. That 25-point system we call potential sickness. The idea for it, well, for the definition, kind of came around from myself, and I sort of took the idea of a summoning sickness in Magic the Gathering to be sort of the potential sickness.
Should look. Oh no, no. Okay,
So that is a dodge.
we got our first one.
Yeah, dodges are really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. They are random, and there's one specific unit that tends to love to dodge, and we just call him Arsehole.
Yep.
But yeah, I use some terminology from Magic the Gathering for, you know, a summoning sickness and potential sickness, having some similarities to them.
Thankfully, I did not necessarily waste a command point. It would have taken 2 to capture the camp anyways.
Yeah. This is a different route from last year for this mission as well, to where we're just taking the back alley to capture the camp that normally we would go through a completely different area to capture.
Oh, I was off.
Mm,
Alright.
Getting right up in the scout's face to pick up the kill.
I got this.
All right.
I forget how many command points you have spare on this mission. You should be okay.
Yeah, I should be. That was, yeah, that's a bit of a rough one, too. Ow! Alright. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? We are going to... That was actually bad luck.
Yeah, missing with that tank there sort of forces us to go into turn 2, unfortunately.
Yeah, and the big thing right here is the lightning strikes, but that was just bad luck. Like, usually I'll tilt the cursor up so I can hit the scout, but it usually does not miss.
Yeah, those lightning strikes, by the way, deal incredibly heavy damage and will basically nuke any unit that is near them. It's electrical based damage, so even if you have a lancer, you'll get absolutely nuked.
Yeah, but yeah, like, it's a bit mediocre luck here. It's just something was going to go wrong at least.
Yeah. So here, since we need to get Anisette past a V2 unit, we're going to be doing a little bit of stutter stepping to ensure that the V2 unit is unable to open fire.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, this mission went as horribly as it probably could, going
Yeah.
into turn 2.
Yeah, like... I mean, it had to happen somewhere. Oh, it got even worse. Oh, the sandbag.
Oh no. Yeah, so this sandbag spawn here is actually really, really bad, because
Oh,
that
this is actually
prevents-
really bad. Oh my god. We got a scout. That usually
Yeah.
does not happen.
The spawn there was as bad as it could be. You had the sandbag up, which effectively prevented us from climbing over it, as the V2 unit would absolutely destroy us if we decided to do so, so we had to go around. And the scout unit there was very, very unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay, but the next mission,
To
ooh,
begin,
we'll see how this one
here's
goes.
today's news. Avon, how can I help you today?
I mean, so far the run's
Aurora
been pretty good.
shells. Luckily, this is only a mission where we have to take out a specific unit. Like, this can go a little bit poorly at times.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see what happens. Like, the run has been so optimized that it's wild.
Yeah,
Okay, listen close.
with the last year, I believe the record was a 322.
Yep.
And now the record is a 309. You probably wonder, how does 13 minutes get saved in a game like this?
Enemy
Well,
spotted.
a lot of it has come down to small optimizations for specific
Enemy
missions,
spotted.
knowing better handling on how to handle different RNG spawns, and WanderingMind's menus have gotten significantly better.
All right.
That was really good. That's something new that I did here. So I am very
Yeah.
happy that went well.
With the sniper that was in that camp, you can either get a sniper or I believe it's an Ola,
Yes.
and the grenade throw there will be different based on what spawns.
Yeah.
With that 80 bunker, you might wonder, wait, why is this trooper taking out? Demolition boost was used on Anisette, which gives her +1, I believe it's +100 versus armor,
Yes.
and with the +100 versus armor, it applies to every single bullet, so yeah, Anisette is dealing incredible amounts of damage with her machine gun.
Yeah. August is always a bit of a nerve-wracking one because every single mission has some sort of a grenade launch that I have to nail.
And now onto the big wall mission for casual play.
Yes, so, I mean, there are several, but this is
To
one of
begin,
them.
Here is today's news.
And I said earlier during Forest Guardians, I will talk about spawn mechanics. Now I can talk about spawning mechanics within the Valkyrie Chronicles on the PSP.
Yep.
This applies to pretty much everything that has been said during this run applies to Valkyrie Chronicles 2 and Valkyrie Chronicles 3, as they use the same engine. So, in this defense mission, our objective is to kill nothing and make sure nothing dies. As there is a enemy spawn restriction limit in every single area of 7 units. As long as 7 units remain in every single area, our defense mission here should be completely fine.
Hopefully.
Keyword should be completely fine. We have to make sure that nothing dies in
Let's get
area
her
2.
done.
Stuff can die in area 2 if the enemy gets
Understood.
actually smart and kills their
I'm
own
ready for
units.
anything today.
It can
I'm
happen.
moving out.
So we're just going to have 2 armored techs in area 2 that are crouched, and have our tank in area 1 and skip 8 turns.
Yep.
This mission has additional spawns that will spawn in if any enemy unit dies. Additional spawns will come in areas 1 and 2. As long as nothing dies, we should be good. But if something does die, the enemy will drop in a supply vehicle within area 2 or area 1 if there is room. And the supply vehicle will bring the V2 units up to full power, and they'll be able to use their massive laser cannon, which does really, really heavy damage to tanks and infantry. We have to make sure these 2 snipers that are spawned in the area do not get killed by the V2 units, or make sure that the snipers do not kill the V2 units. I am not feeling good about that sniper at 4.
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
Yeah, I am not feeling good about him.
Yeah. This mission gets nerve-wracking for a
Oh, that
reason.
looks okay.
Okay, that's good. We're in the clear now. I mean,
Yeah, you'll just need to check your AT health occasionally. But
Yeah.
luckily nothing in the enemy side should die to where the V2 units will be fully powered on online.
yeah,
The
agreed.
snipers are out the way, the V2 units are out of the way of the snipers.
Okay, we should be good.
Your HP's looking fine.
Yeah, like, there's so much story stuff that we're skipping over. And, like, school life, and around this point, without going into too much detail, there's a huge mood whiplash, and the war kinda is brought more to the forefront. Also, I am a little bit nervous.
Oh yeah, what's it? Morris's health is
142.
actually going down. You have a 3rd tech if you need to, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have to, but...
Yeah, the rebels crashed a massive blimp into the tower in the middle of Landseal. That's not cool. And they landed all their, a ton of infantry units, including Dirk Gattenar. And we don't know who Dirk is yet.
Yeah.
He came back from Chapter 3 to be like, hey, sup, I'm here to take over the school.
Also, yeah, a 220-meter dirigible that we never see again in the game.
I'm not liking that sniper at 5 now. He's kind of like retreated and might end up killing
Turn
the...
8.
Yeah. At least it's turn 8, but I didn't like how that sniper was like, I'm gonna hide behind this V2 unit.
Yeah, I get that. But yeah, it's
'Cause
just...
if the V2 goes down, that's not good.
But yeah, like, there's so many characters that we don't really see because we keep on skipping cutscenes. Like Juliana, she was just kind of there.
Yeah, that's the person we shot in the back of the head with a tank shell.
Yeah.
And she's the head of Class A, so Class G, you know, our bottom tier
To be
like below bottom tier, because F tier is like the bottom. It's just proved it's better than Class A.
Yes.
Tier lists out. The tier lists, yeah, we don't need them anymore.
Exactly.
F is top tier. No, sorry, G is top tier.
Yes.
We always knew that. We always knew that.
We always did. Oh, now we're into September, and things are gonna kind of pick up for a bit. Well, okay, we have a defend mission, but still.
To begin, here is today's news.
But yeah, like, let me get into this mission. I have to do a little bit of setup here, and this is one of the missions where we need the Imperial Flag's decal.
Yeah, the Imperial Flag decal, I believe it adds more infantry damage.
Yes, and that's gonna be enough to kill an enemy unit or two here.
Yeah, so this is a defend mission, but it brings in a new mechanic of defend the line. I believe it's in Area 5. We will be seeing the red box in the bottom right, corner. If any enemy unit gets into that box, the mission is instantly over.
Hostile spotted! Hostile spotted!
But what we're going to be doing is we are going to be clearing out the tanks in this area, and then place our tank in a position to where the enemy units will not be able to come out of their own camp.
I'm rolling out! Go down!
There is also an ace scout over there, who, Tojia, who has like infinite evade. I think his evade rating's like 90 or something stupid like that. And basically, if he's looking at us, we are going to be unable to hit him.
Yeah, I was actually going for something a bit dumb here, where there's a small chance that I can knock the enemy up the hill and then block the path with the tank. I still block the path anyway to keep those enemies from coming down, but still.
Yeah. So that gunner who's been running dead for the line, yeah, he just got shot in the back. Not back of the head, just in the back, and yeah, he'll have to try again.
But yeah,
the tech, and in Area 2 we placed a armored tech, I believe.
Yep.
And that's just to hold the camp. As you can see,
perfect.
that Ace, who is marked by the number 7, has moved. Yeah, he's now dead. And actually a useful Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty is a potential on Lavinia that allows you to take a second action, but you are not allowed to move. It's about a 10% activation chance, and it's useful in a couple scenarios. You can also get useless Bloodthirsties that activate, and then you have to exit target mode, which end up wasting time.
Yep.
That Bloodthirsty, though, very useful to just save a couple seconds of having to reselect Lavinia.
Yep. And we're almost done with this mission.
Yep, we just have to hold the line for a couple more turns, and they can't make any progress in Area 5. If our camping Area 2 got captured, we would also fail the mission, but that's what the armored tech is for.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, every single time that we complete a mission, we go into a new day and the game's asking us for a save prompt. If you hit yes, you basically lose time for a save.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 seconds. Oh boy. Oh, this mission.
Yeah. This mission, I forget the name of it because it's just called the Bridge of Death in our head. So there is this bridge in Area 4 that we have to cross, and you can get very wild spawns here. You can get 3 troopers, which is the absolute worst, or you can get something, well, this is pretty bad.
It could be worse. Much
Yeah.
worse.
But essentially, at the Bridge of Death, you can die a lot. You'll see Zeri's HP just start plummeting down.
Nothing to get wild about.
I got this.
Oh, that was a nice bit of tech there, with the sandbag crouch to let them empty their magazine a little bit. No, the scouts are dodging.
Has that happened before? I'm not sure.
Probably.
Probably. I've seen many things.
Yeah. I've seen within the series I've seen bugs that I've only ever seen happen a single time, and of course it was me that accidentally activated the bugs. So, and I didn't have OBS open, so I didn't have like any recording proof of the bug, which was unfortunate. Oh, that was actually a really nice Lancer placement there, because you ran in front of the V2 and it stalled him from opening interception.
I got the right enemy spawn.
Yeah, that was a nice 7-10 split there with a double grenade launch to split up the commando and the scout. That commando can also be a scout, and that makes the grenade launch way harder.
Yeah, I can't do the double launch if that enemy was a scout.
Yeah, if that commando or trooper was a scout, you cannot do that 7-10 split.
Yeah.
I found one.
Stay cool and collected.
You're in the way.
Oh.
Ooh, accuracy being a little bit of a
Well, of course.
problem there, but you know,
Taking the stage.
it happens.
Yeah. Okay, and we got a commando, which is really good. That's exactly what I
Nice.
want to see. And that was decent.
I think Anisette was on her last bullet to take out that Lancer in the camp.
I think so too.
Ah, that's the mission, Flames of Revolution, but the Bridge of Death
Yeah.
in our mind.
But now we have Towers of Death.
Yeah, hey, that mission I talked about earlier, where I was like, get used to seeing
Here's today's news.
Doors Desert Area 3
Avon,
plateau.
how can I help you today?
Yeah, here's more Doors Desert Area 3 plateau.
Yeah.
So this is an escort mission, and you can get some pretty nasty spawns in this mission. Mostly the nasty spawns are in the Oasis area.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this is a daytime mission, I said the heat effect affects the entire desert during daytime. It doesn't affect the Oasis area of Area 2 within the desert.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay,
Ah, yeah, the APC decided to spawn down south.
so I'm gonna have to spend an extra action getting Anisette to the grass.
Yeah.
I'll show you what a star can do.
Normally, you'd want the APC to be on the north side of Area 2, but if you get the south side spawn, you do have to do a small variation to the
Enemy
mission.
spotted. A crisis is occurring.
There's no landmine on the slope, which is good.
Intercepting fire.
It's really hard to tell with the colors.
Good. This should be
Yeah.
easier.
It's good that you managed to scout that with Anisette and Avon.
I'm rolling out.
So when they say Towers of Death, this is the Towers of Death. They have very high damage on them, plus they get access to the height multiplier that this series has. Yes, height really does matter in this game. I don't know the exact percentages, but essentially if you're attacking from a high ground to a low ground, you will get damage advantage, and you also had damage reduction if you're going from low ground, and there will be a damage reduction if you're going from low ground to high ground with your attacks.
Oh yeah, this may be a little bit rough, but it's Area 3 where we will see what happens.
Yeah. So yeah, the cannon towers, that their main body where they attack from is always considered as being above the height needed for height multiplier, and they will deal very, very heavy damage to any infantry unit that is going by them. For tanks,
1, 2,
not so much.
3, 4, 5.
Okay, that was actually a really good grass weight tech with the gunner there. So what Wandering Mind did is, again, similar to what happened in Flames of Revolution, where Zeri was crouched at the sandbag, Anisette was in the grass, waiting for the gunner to unload a bunch of their magazine. Then during the reload time, that is when you basically have the freedom to run past the gunner.
I'm gonna run this guy over. Right.
Right, let's get her done.
Wandering Mind may have ran the guy over, but when they ended their action, you may have seen there be a small delay with the action actually ending. Basically, we were waiting for the gunner to reset their position.
I should be fine.
Yeah. Marion's taking one for the team, don't worry.
Yeah.
So in Area 3, you've got a scout and a mortarer here. What do? You don't capture the camp and you just let that APC through.
I'm rolling
Yep.
out.
It's what you would do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You just let the APC through.
Careful. Could still be.
I see you there.
Yeah, as long as I have like 150 to 200 HP, I should be good. It's the heavy gunners that I'm worried about more than any other enemy.
Yeah, the heavy gunners can hit relatively hard. Like they might not seem too dangerous, but they can hit fairly hard on the APC if they're hitting the radiator.
Yeah. And getting the game over on the escort missions and the defend missions are really costly.
To begin, here is today's news.
Yeah, there's one defend mission, I believe it's in November? Or is it December?
There are
I think it's
two.
November. Yeah. It's November. Raging Sands is like a 9-minute defend mission because the enemy phase takes so long.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
Retaking Roandal, a mission that has seen changes since the last run. Also, we got access to a new character in Alias, also lovingly known as. Go on, I know you want to say it.
The Demon Rat Child.
Yeah, Alias is a real Valkyrie who has been raised by Clementia Forster, a character that, of course, we're not seeing due to us skipping cutscenes. But Alias decided, no, I want freedom, and I want to join these people that I found in Landseal, and yeah, now she's part of our class, and she's a very, very strong unit. Her downside is that her HP stat isn't necessarily that good, so we won't be using her that much,
Right.
if at all.
See what happens. Alright, I got this. A little bit of an adjustment.
As you could imagine, due to this being like a tactical RPG, there are characters that are better at the early game, mid game, end game, and late game. late game and end game. A lot of the characters we're using here have stronger early and mid games than
Crisis is a turning point.
characters that would have better end games, because we don't get to the late or end game distance within the game.
Alright, I selected Anisette. That's good.
Enemy spotted.
It's hard when two characters share the same first letter.
Yeah, Alias and Anisette, they're
Yes.
very similar.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna focus for a bit and then you can explain.
Occupation confirmed. Now, on to the
Okay,
Engaging.
so with Salvaria, we're going to be performing a trick known as an edge intercept. What we did there is we stood in a position to where if the gunner would have hit Salvaria, Salvaria would have only taken 1 point of damage per bullet that hit her. We waited for the gunner to unload a bunch of bullets so we can run past him during his reload animation. Edge intercept happens because the interception initiation range of units, of most units, is approximately 20 points of range higher than their weapon's
Taking heavy
effective
fire.
range,
I'm
and
laying
after the effective range you have a damage drop-off curve. Almost every single class in the game has a incredibly harsh drop-off curve to where the damage past their effective range drops off basically instantly.
Taking heavy fire.
Nope, did not
There's-
get it.
There's only the only classes that don't have this are engineers. Weirdly enough, there's a lot of broken aspects to engineers when we get to Valkyrie Chronicles 3, and V2 units. What Wandering Mind was hoping to happen in Area 5 was triggering one Bloodthirsty against the Gyrolol would enable Lavinia to destroy the Gyrolol in a single turn, but unfortunately, and we had 3 rolls of that, unfortunately a Bloodthirsty didn't activate and we have to go over to turn 2.
Yeah, it saves like 25 to 30 seconds. I forgot.
Yeah. The chance of that happening is approximately 27%. We haven't gone into like the absolute numbers, but if each attack with Lavinia has a 10% chance, the second action would have a 9% chance, and then would theoretically have a 9% chance, and then sort of just compounding chances
today's news.
ends up being about 27%.
Avon, how can I help you today?
Hey.
And only one of the 3 actions needs a Bloodthirsty for it to activate.
My favorite defend mission.
This defend mission is pretty cool actually. Are you gonna go for instant enemy turn? Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Entering combat. I found one.
So in the old route for this mission, there used to be a randomness, like a slight randomness, with if you would get an instant enemy turn or not. But now we've solved how that works.
Well, of course.
Hopefully, that one enemy.
Oh yeah, this engineer here in the camp, he is known as Arsehole because his evade rating is something like 16%,
So there.
and he will love to dodge grenades. I believe there was one run you had where he dodged all 3 grenades.
Yes. Yeah, we got first one.
There's one. This engineer himself.
What?
There's 2.
I hate this guy.
This is why he is called Arsehole.
I swear to God. Okay, good.
There you go. That is arsehole.
Oh god!
That's his name.
Oh god damn it! I'm
I
hurting. My
can't
sides are
believe he
hurting.
decided. I can't believe
Terrible
he decided.
luck. I got god
Oh,
awful luck.
Did you get a bunch of lancers?
2. I hope I got bloodthirsty.
Right, let's get her done. Eat this. Down you go.
Yeah, arsehole just had to live up to his
Of course.
reputation. He is the only named non-ace that has a name.
I'm rolling out. Eat this.
So unfortunately, we're gonna have that lancer at the front of this area. Yeah, thank you, arsehole, for understanding this is a marathon run.
Yes.
And was like, I'm dodging too.
I want to get rid of that Lancer though.
Yeah, that lancer in area 1 has to go.
Alright. Well, that actually makes my
Hey,
life a little bit easier.
He went up top, which is nice.
Go down. Down you go.
Ass.
Yeah, that's his official name, according to us.
And I'm so glad that didn't miss.
Yeah, as you can see, the accuracy on our lances at any fair distance, not great.
Major asshole of the United Enemy Army, and we got our instant turn.
Yeah, so now we're gonna get what we call instant enemy phases, where they actually do nothing. As you can see how quick the enemy phase is there. Yeah, he's major arsehole, he's not general arsehole. He does, the scary thing is, they don't even give him a command point badge. He doesn't have a leader badge. He needs one.
Wait, I thought he does. He
I
has
don't
a
think
red.
he does.
He has a red cap.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, see, look, they know how much of a pain he was that they gave him a leader badge. They knew.
To
The
begin,
developers knew.
Here is today's news. Avon.
What the
How can I
leader
help you
badge on
today?
an enemy unit does is actually increase their internal level system by 5, which does mean that he does have even higher evade for a 5 level boost as well. Now back onto regular missions, where hopefully they go well.
I hope so too.
October. Back into October. Now, this is just a capture. Hey, you know that plateau in Area 3 we love talking about? You're going to be seeing it again.
Yes.
And the approach to it is going to be the same, where we're going to be having a ladder go to the side and build. Even though Dorse Desert has no relation to the actual plot of the game whatsoever, you see it a hell of a lot in this run. Specifically Area 3.
We might actually be able to win this.
Oh, wish me luck.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, double tank.
I see one. A crisis is a turning point. Right,
Oh,
bro?
ninja
Oh!
mine, right?
Oh!
Oh, the game really wanted you to step on one of those mines.
Not today.
And there's a scout split with the grenade. Very, very nicely done there. Like, that run sucks. If you
Yeah.
got like ninja mines like that.
I'm rolling
Yeah, I know this game.
out. I see you there. Major damage.
Casually driving over a mine.
Alright. That's random whether or not I
Nice.
get it. I can be in the right position, but then the game can just say no.
Yeah, even though the targeting reticule on the tank is incredibly small, it's not a laser dot sight yet, so there is still variance.
Yeah. And it varies even while you're aiming.
Yeah, the way that the RNG in the game tends to roll is that it seems to advance every second. Like, we understand how the RNG works, as in it how often it rolls, but we don't understand how it actually fully functions internally.
That was good.
And that RNG, as we're mentioning, does affect the credits, the materials, the ace drops if necessary. So if we knew how to control the RNG, that would be amazing.
I would also be afraid.
Unfortunately, we do not
To
know how to
begin,
control the
here's
RNG.
today's news.
We understand how it rolls, but we don't know how to control it. And there is Commando Anisette. The Commando class gives your trooper 50 more AP for movement, which the difference between 350 and 400 is huge. You also get given access to a flamethrower, but we won't be using that throughout the run. At the end game, the flamethrower is the best weapon in the game. People would talk about, oh, fences are, like, during casual playthroughs, people would be like, oh, fences are overpowered, and the developers heard that for Valkyrie Chronicles 3 and nerfed fences really heavily. But flamethrowers were the real threat in this game. I think if you watch Wandering Mind's Ultimate Challenge run that they did, which is a mission, it's a very, very endgame mission in DLC mission for Valkyrie Chronicles 2, you'll see how broken flamethrowers are.
Yeah. That run I did was a work of art.
Yeah. So you may have seen that we have switched to the APC here, and normally you don't see too much APC usage, but here the APC is actually a really good option.
Okay, got it. You can't stop me.
What we have to do with Alias is we do have to capture 2 camps in a single movement here. The APC is really nice, so we can not consume the AP on Alias.
Oh, that was smooth.
Really nice counting on the gunner there.
And the fencer, or
yeah. So making sure that the APC was in the camp, you can withdraw it for no command point cost, which is pretty important.
I invite you to try. Enemy sighted.
Pressing the button to open the floodgate in, I believe it's Area 3.
Yep.
So we can access the camp that is behind the floodgate.
So far, so
I
good.
see one.
Expected Mauler to be here.
Coming at you.
So there is a snap target position that Wandering Mind has found, to where they can just get out the grenade and snap target to the fencer and to the Mauler, and it's in a perfect position for the grenade launch.
Watch and learn.
This mission's seen a little bit of optimization, specifically around the V2 unit that was spawned in the corner here.
Good.
Nice.
Watch and learn.
Originally you would start a step past that V2, but if you just run for it, you can just make it. Oh no! Double dodge.
Before. I said it.
Oh yeah, that's an engineer's again, so that's another asshole right there.
I got a double asshole.
It's not the asshole from the defend mission.
Okay, so because of that, we cannot do the one turn.
Yeah. Need a second turn backup here.
Yeah, so I placed the unit in Area 5 in case this happens.
Yeah.
But, oh yeah, that tends to happen more often than I like.
But yeah, we got the second coming of Arsehole, the engineer.
Yes.
His brother was in this mission.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I think in my PB there's an engineer right past the floodgate that hit me with APUs up. And oh my god, I hate this game.
Yeah, so Anisette got access to Fearless Will there. Fearless Will is a very, very strong, Staff Sergeant Arsehole.
Also, do you see the heavy gunners? Do you see where they're placed?
Yeah, there's some really nasty spawns here.
That's unusually nasty.
So Fearless Will is a potential that Anisette gets for, it's her class potential for becoming a commando, and is a very, very powerful potential. It increases defense and versus personnel by quite a ludicrous percentage. I want to say it's 70%. I could be wrong on that.
Oh, I'm so glad we're done with this mission.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate to have Staff Sergeant Arsehole just decide to also dodge.
Yeah, I got an asshole sandwich.
Yeah, and then the Mauler, which would have been a rear grenade explosion, also decided to dodge, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah. And it's not over quite yet.
To begin, here is today's news.
Now onward to it's Dolphin Mines, right?
Liberating Dorphine, or however
Yeah.
you say it. Oh, I'm dreading this.
So during the run, you may have been listening to the music and you're like, "Oh, this music's pretty good." It's the same composer as the Ivalice games for Final Fantasy, so it'd be Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy Tic Tacs.
Yes.
Tactics. And the music in Dolphin Mines is very, very notable that it's from the same composer as Final Fantasy 12 due to it. I believe it's Hen Mines? It could be the wrong mines because Final Fantasy 12 has a ton of mines.
Yeah.
But you'll notice some very strong similarities to it. So the defense boost on Avan there is absolutely necessary, and we are back with the tank, and we put Rock Crusher on it to crush these rocks.
Yep.
You just like drive into the rock and it's magically gone.
Here I come.
So, want to be a bit careful of the movement here.
Enemy spotted.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You want to make sure he's facing behind.
Yeah, if you end up taking a line that's a bit too tight, the heavy scout might be able to see you and will turn around, meaning that your grenade is not 100% successful.
Alright.
Moving out.
So, I spend a few seconds to do something just to make my life a bit easier.
Yeah, definitely worth taking out that Ragnar crate. Basically, any bullet that happens here can accidentally hit a Ragnite crate, and if it does, boom, if a unit is nearby, they're dead. Now we use the Vant to turn around Baldrin, and we're going to shoot him in the back of the head, similar to Juliana.
Please let this work. Got it!
And
Oh!
Baldrin is gone.
That's...
The tank sticker that is used, the Imperial sticker, puts just enough damage to one-shot him in the back of the head.
That's nerve-wracking because it's very easy to miss, even though you should have everything correct.
Yeah, if you do miss as well, Baldrum will then be facing the tank. Stuff gets incredibly messy. The shooting in the head
To
won't kill him
begin,
if it's from the
here's
front.
today's news.
And when it's the enemy turn, he changes his class to a mauler and will just swing a massive jet-powered hammer at your tank and destroy it.
Yeah, you saw what happened in my PB, right?
Yeah.
Extreme luck.
I say it's a jet-powered hammer because there's like an explosive trail that goes behind it. So yeah, it's a jet-powered hammer. Changed my mind.
Yeah.
Even when you look at the models in R&D, there's kind of a, you know, sort of a jet side to it where you could imagine a jet-powered hammer is there. So on to November, the longest month in the game, because we have 2 8-turn defender missions, and one of them is 9 minutes. So you might think, oh, we've only got 2 months left, we're
Avon,
you know,
how
under
can I
2.5
help you today?
hours. November will carry us for a very long time, for like the next 20 minutes.
This is where Anisette is going to save us a little bit of time, hopefully.
Yeah, Anisette being the commando here, an additional 50 AP makes for her movement, makes a huge difference.
Fingers crossed.
So this is a crate discovery mission, and what we're looking for is just wherever the crates are, we hopefully get the crates.
Taking the stage. You're in the way.
No dodging this time, engineer.
Nope.
Well, of course.
Back attack.
Yeah. We managed to take out another one. And that's where the 50 AP makes a difference. Because we were just right at the end of her movement gauge. If she was not a commando, we would have to make a third command point usage on Anisette.
Enemy spotted.
Alright, okay, we got a supply crate.
Okay, listen close.
I'm not
So-
sure if this is faster or slower. Well, at least we got one here and not... We'll see how much we get in Area 4.
Yeah.
I don't lose.
So using defense boost on Zeri kinda needed because that cannon tower
Watch
just
and learn.
absolutely shreds your health.
Okay.
And getting over the sandbags when infantry units, like enemy infantry positions like that. Oh.
I want it done right. I don't lose.
I got
Yeah,
this.
As you see, Zeri got hit by AP usage up, and you saw how quickly his bar was draining because of AP use up. It was lightning quick.
Yeah.
They took our camp. Please, we need backup.
Thankfully, the enemy phase is quick.
Yeah. I don't know if Zeri will go down here. I
Oh,
don't
he
think
will.
No,
Like,
okay.
we got, what, a cannon tower, APC, and an engineer?
Yeah, they can all see him. And you've also got the trooper, but I don't think the trooper ends up heading to where Zeri is.
Nope.
Also, Anisette taking one for the team. Yeah, she doesn't need to be
Oh.
alive.
Oh, I'm dreading this alright. I always
Is this
get
the-
nervous around engineers.
Crisis is a turning point. Right, bro?
Yeah, whenever there's an engineer, it's slowly followed up by AP use up.
Okay, well...
Right. Let's get her done.
Alright, nope.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'll take them out.
This is the slow one.
Hostile spotted. Go down.
Yeah, you got a double in this area, right?
Yeah, by far the slowest. Or wait, no, never. I forgot.
Oh. Whatever.
Whatever.
It went well.
It went all right. I mean, if I had 2 in this area, that's where it'd be extremely slow.
Yeah, the 2 crates in that area. The other one is all the way around the other side, which is, I think it's one of the slowest crates in the game.
It is.
To begin, here is today's news. Ah, Avon. How can I
All right,
help
the
you
ultimate
today?
weapon.
Yep, this mission is quite a problem. But we found the magic of another wall stall.
Yes.
So, Alexis, go look at the wall. The ultimate weapon, and it's just all engineers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's get her done.
So just so that Alexis doesn't have to worry about heavy tanks.
Right.
We're going
Oh,
to
this
be
is good.
Getting the tanks out of the area that Alexis is in, and have them stare
There
at
you go.
the wall.
I'm rolling out. Eat this.
If you don't do that,
Right. let's
this
get
mission
her done.
can very quickly
Down.
spiral out of control.
Down you go.
I'm liking the spawns in Area 4.
Oh,
to be
this is
fair.
perfect.
Yeah. So, looking at a beautiful rock, and then
Rolling out.
back up the tank to the wall and take out another heavy tank.
Yep.
I'm rolling out.
So, I'm getting in this exact position for a reason.
Enemy silent. The enemy's taking casualties. Don't let them escape.
And now we just wait out 8 turns.
There's gonna be a tank that'll try to go to one side of Area 2 and try to hit my tank. However, because of the way I positioned my tank, it won't be able to hit it. I still have to deal with a Lancer Elite and an AT Sniper. And the Lancer Elite can destroy my tank if I'm not too careful. But Area 4, because we don't have any Lancers, AT Snipers, or Mortarers, I can leave Area 4 alone.
Yeah, because the enemy is showing in Area 2 and Area 4 anyway, if a mortar does end up showing up in Area 4, we'll be aware.
Yeah. So far, so good. It looks like we have a bunch of scouts in the way, which will keep the Lancer Elite from attacking my tank too hard.
Yeah, as you can see in Area 4, that scout is just looking at the same wall Alexis is looking at. It's a beautiful rock.
Yes, it is quite beautiful.
So beautiful that the enemy is also admiring the rock.
But yeah, you see
And the
that
rock,
tank
and
in
the
there,
rock
son?
has created peace between the rebels and Class G.
Yep. Okay, well...
It's unfortunate that we lost a couple enemy scouts there. Well, we've lost one to self-shelling, but another scout's joined Alexis, staring at the beautiful rock.
Yep. It's quite a beautiful rock.
Yeah. We're trying to make defend missions entertaining,
Yep.
and the beautiful rock.
And oh
is-
yeah, there's a rainbow in the background.
Yeah, there's also a rainbow in this canyon. Hey, look, we got a third scout looking at the rock now.
Yo, nice!
Yo, Alexis has some friends.
I want to go rock watching. Oh yeah, so yeah, something I kind of figured out.
Go on, you
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, so Unit 5, that Lancer, he can sometimes attack and sometimes he just won't. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, I think I understand why the wall still works now. Oh look, the scout got a bit closer, wanting to, you know, get a better look at the rock. I think it's something to do with a weird phenomenon within the PSP games called true position, where Alexis might technically be treated out of bounds somehow, and they're trying to look at the true position of Alexis, which to them might be an area they actually can't attack. I say, I'm not 100% certain on this, but we do understand that there are some true map position mechanics and weirdness that does exist. To where, even though you see these areas individually, they are all inherently on a single true map, if that makes sense. If you're doing a casual playthrough of the PSP games, you might occasionally see enemies just looking at a wall. That might be them trying to true position to another, like aiming at another unit in another area. It's, as I say, it's very weird. Not sure why it happens, but we understand it does happen. Oh, Alexis is only going to have 3 friends.
Yep. This is actually pretty fast.
Yeah, this has been a really good ultimate weapon.
Yeah, best spawn possible, to be honest.
No silliness with Alexis in Area 4.
Nope. But we still have 2 more regular missions to go.
Yeah. This is for November. Then we've got a couple in December, and then the final stretch.
Yep. And I'll really get to talk more by the next defend mission, because this mission hopefully should go by pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Ron, how can I help you?
There'll be another defend mission, Raging Sands, after. Is this Cerulean Fortress?
Yeah. I'm doing the Avon route.
Yeah. I think the Avon route's like a little. Is it a bit safer or is it a bit more risky?
It's riskier.
Okay.
And you can take it from here.
So, Cerulean Fortress, any mission that mentions the word Cerulean has V2 units in it. We know how nasty V2 units can be, so,
Hold fast. Hunker down
and
and defend.
in, I believe it's Area 4? I could be wrong on that. Yeah, I'm right. In Area 4, there's going to be 2, maybe even 3 V2 units in the
Oh,
base.
okay, we got unlucky. This is the risk I was talking about.
Oh.
I got this.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What?
this is why it's risky.
Yeah, one more stutter step to just get in a good position for the heavy gunner.
With Zeri, this is a lot safer.
Yeah, the additional bulk on Zeri is like really, really nice. And yeah, that fencer there, tagged with the number 2, is just like, oh, they caught a camp. They're doing nothing.
Yep.
And we have nothing in Area 1, but they're not gonna do any pushing in Area 1 for some reason.
Hostile
So there's the 2v2s in the camp, and we're going to be using the tank to shoot them in the head, and it ends up being a one-shot. Their heads, though, since they're far away, can be pretty difficult to target.
Right. Let's get her done.
And you also have to wait for them to reset their interception animation, otherwise the head will be in the wrong position.
Down you go. Target silenced.
Moving out.
And we get to use order storage once again.
Yeah, another case of order storage where Yvonne was yoinked out of the camp and put into reserves, but keeps the defense boost that was used.
Yeah. One more mission. This one, at least I don't have to pay as much attention. I have to do the setup for turn 1, but aside from that, not much really.
Here is today's news.
Yeah, so this is Raging Sands. It is notably the longest mission in the game for the speedrun. You can do it a little bit faster if you decide to kill all the enemy units, but this requires very, very good luck in no dodges, which is a lot harder to do when it's night, as you have to get close to be able to see enemy units. This means if you're close to them, they can see you a lot easier. 2, you need to have really good enemy spawns as well to be able to do a faster Raging Sands than just defend for 8 turns.
Unrolling out.
And 3, you have to make sure that you're using your command points in the correct places, because if you let the enemy leak any units out of a camp, and it ends up being instantly slower.
I'll show you what a
So this
star
is
can do.
generally the safer and more reliable Raging Sands of
Taking action now.
just wall up,
I see one, sir.
effectively. And that sniper that Marion went to find, that can sometimes be a mortarer, and if it's a mortarer, you kill it. Because mortarers are really, really bad.
Yep. And we're gonna have a bunch of commandos rush us in Area 3, but I got this covered in. This
It's
is...
the plateau area in Area 3 again, but
Yeah.
this time we're defending it.
Yep. You're right. Yeah, this is when I really just think about all the time that I put into this game over the years. Like, I've been a fan of this game since it first came out, and I remember just coming across Ghoul02 running this game on Speedruns Live, and just happy to see someone run one of my favorite games. And eventually I decided, you know what? I want to learn this as a speedrun. In fact, this was the first speedrun I ever learned. And it took me about a month or so to learn, and so from 2014 to 2016, I was basically the only one routing and running this game, and I pushed this game pretty low, so like, when Ghoul did his last run, it was like a 5:22:54. My first run was a 5:05:34, and over the next 2 years, it ended up being just under 3 hours and 30 minutes. I kind of stepped away for various reasons. I would come back here and then, but the community really grew, and like, I need to give a special shout out to Doomy Doom, who has done so much for the community, and he completely rerouted this game and kind of took me, I guess, out of semi-retirement, and you can take it from here. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. I'm running on very little sleep here.
Yeah, Doomy has done a lot for the series, not just for Valkyrie Chronicles 2. For Valkyrie Chronicles 1, a couple new strategies have been developed by him. Most notably, the Chapter 7 strategy that he does now is so good. It's an improvement over the RNG roulette that was the old strategy. Valkyrie Chronicles 2, tons of strategies to bring the time down from what was a 3:22 down to a 3:09.
Yes.
For Valkyrie Chronicles 3, worked on the new translation patch, and most importantly, managed to do a speedrun of the game on the normal difficulty.
Yeah.
For anyone who has played Valkyrie Chronicles 3, you know how rough that game is for its difficulty on normal. And we didn't ever think that a speedrun would happen on normal because of how hard it is. It's still 40 minutes. It's like an hour, or it's like 40 minutes to an hour longer than the easy mode run.
Yeah.
And nothing changed, and there isn't like significant changes. It's just that much harder, and I think he does an extra mission for it to get the plus 20 defense boost there. And for Valkyrie Chronicles 4, there were some old, I think it was like a Japanese run at RTA Japan that I first saw, and that was ran on PlayStation 4 and is about 4 hours, but improvements have been made. People are now running on the PC version to where the game is just under 2.5 hours for a decent run for Valkyrie Chronicles 4. Additionally, if you've gone into the Steam forums for Valkyrie Chronicles 1 and Valkyrie Chronicles 4, you might see some of his work in mods for the series. And those mods are definite checkouts if you love the series.
Yeah, it's a lot to remember, and just... Yeah, like I said, I mean, I was the only one, and I have to give myself credit because 55 missions, and I kind of developed the route independently of what Ghoul02 did. I mean, I had the notes, but beyond that, not much, really.
Oh, Doomy's VC3 easy run is an hour and 20 minutes faster than normal. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the difficulty gap, is an hour and 20 minutes. I do think the easy run has a couple like more developments because, of course, you're taking a lot less damage. But yeah, it's over an hour faster just due to the difficulty.
Yeah. And like, if I were to ever run VC3, I'm not gonna roll it out. I'd do it on easy. I am not doing that on normal.
Yeah, if you do get to playing the series, I would highly recommend playing Valkyrie Chronicles 2 before Valkyrie Chronicles 3, because 3 is a very rude wake-up call if you just dive into it without any handling of the PSP games.
Yeah.
It was it in the developer's own words, having the easy mode enabled them to get sadistic with the normal difficulty.
Yeah,
and as Curtis says, VC3 enemies on normal use tungsten bullets. That is completely true. They hurt.
Yeah.
The damage that you take in Valkyrie Chronicles 3 at sort of just the start of the game isn't too far off post-game stuff in other games.
Yeah.
And it just gets hard, like, more and more from there.
Yeah.
Luckily, with the new translation patch that was made by Doomy, there's still some issues that need to be, figured out. There's, like, I think it was, like, over 10,000 lines, he said, that he had to go through. And there's probably some typos in that many lines.
Yeah.
Probably some grammar issues as well. But we have also, with the latest translation patch, it translates the downloadable contents. So,
Yeah.
if you've got a copy of Valkyrie Chronicles 3, specifically the E2 version, definitely give the translation patch a shot. It is a wonderful piece of work.
I will play it someday. Well, we're almost done with this mission, and...
Yeah, we went through that entire thing, and now Raging Sands is over.
Yeah, and wow, I'm just looking at the time here, and it's just amazing that still under 3 hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's all the improvements that have happened.
yeah, for sure, and like even with the minor setbacks, like in the one game over, that didn't really set me back all that far.
Yeah. Hey, you
begin,
wanted to do
here is
that
today's news.
mission without defense boost, so
Of course.
you decided to do it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Now, to blasting the aqueduct. So this mission is kind of a Zeri solo mission, where Zeri just needs to get to area, like the marker in Area 3. But on the other side, we have to defend 2 camps from the enemy rebels, including, I believe it's in Area 5, we got the Gyrolol that we need to defend up. Which, yeah, the Gyrolol hurts. It's incredibly accurate, does a lot of damage, and will probably kill 1 or 2 of our units that we're stuffing there to act as meat shields. So yeah, on Zeri's side for areas 2 and 3, we do not have any assistance with him. He just has to run.
Yeah. And as you can see here, I'm getting hit pretty hard. That's why I use defense boost.
Yeah. Just a lot of bullets that have hit Zeri, but if the defense boost wasn't used, Zeri would probably be dead by now.
Okay, very important that I put in a 4th unit.
Yeah, just throwing Maximilian down as a meat shield.
Yeah.
And ending the turn. Basically, what should happen here is 2 units, maybe 3 die in Area 5.
Yeah.
And Area 4 will be held by an armor tech.
You can do this with 3 units, however, it is not recommended.
Yeah. Oh, only 1 died, that's nice.
Yeah.
And then this is just run Zeri to the end, this time without a defense boost.
Yep. I should be fine. See?
Yeah, plenty of health there.
Yeah, and...
Couple nasty hits at the end, but...
whatever, I was near the trigger anyway.
Your HP's above 1, so that's good.
Yeah, okay,
well... sorry, above 0, because 0 is dead.
Yes, and well, take it from here, I'm gonna be quiet.
Here's probably the silliest mission in the game, Beyond the Floodgate. The only mission we acronym to, down to BFG. It is kind of a mission where our hands are off the wheel, and whatever happens, kind of happens. I do believe WanderingMind's going to be doing the riskiest version of Beyond the Floodgate, that is semi-reliable. Most importantly, Ivan has been put onto the anti-element armor just to not get hit by AP usage up. Yeah, Curtis, that is true. 0 HP in Valkyrie Chronicles 4 doesn't actually mean your character is dead. In 2 states. So for this mission, we're just going to be walling up in Area 4 and hope stuff lives, while Ivan is going to be doing a lot of running.
Yep.
So the first turn in this mission is to skip your turn. The reason for this is we're going to be doing a command point rollover, so we can do a incredibly long turn 2. Because any non-spent command points get rolled over to your next turn, and you'll see a healthy bar of 20 for turn 2. This will be a defense boost on Ivan and taking him out of Area 3. As we'll need him to be used in Area 4 to press the button so we can start getting the APC forward because the floodgate is in the way.
Enemy spotted.
Be careful of the mine that's right near the button.
A crisis is a turning point, right, bro?
And additionally with Ivan we do need to capture the top camp in Area 4. So this will be 3 movements with Ivan. The anti-element suit is on because of this supply vehicle can very easily hit Ivan with AP usage off. And if that happens, the mission is kind of dead.
Should I restart? Should I restart?
You should be okay, no?
Oh, he dodged.
Oh, yeah, just do a restart, just because we know how this mission can go. Yeah, so
this is
that
exactly
gunner-
what I was afraid of.
yeah, so that gunner can be a real pain if he dodges. Unfortunately, we can't do triple grenade because
Ah, Avon.
scouts
How can
only
I
get
help you
access to
today?
1 grenade. But yeah, it is very unfortunate that that gunner dodged, and after that, the mission can go completely haywire. We're uncertain what will happen. We are actually uncertain what can happen if that went forward. So I think doing a restart here is a much more comfortable idea.
Yeah, like, that can be a run killer right there. The game can just say no.
Yeah. But yeah, the 20 command points for turn 2 is very necessary.
Yeah. Like, this mission is nerve-wracking to say the least. Like, I've run this game on and off for the last 12 years, and even with the most current route, I'm still on edge.
Yeah, so, you know, with the escort missions, it's typically been 1 area per turn. What Wandering Mind wants to do with Beyond the Floodgate is you want to clear Area 3 and Area 2 on turn 2, which takes 4 movements with the APC.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's go. Let me at him.
So switching Ivan to the Ragnade because it has the fastest ready animation for target mode to specifically run around the B2 unit.
Oh,
Coming at you.
that never happened before.
That
Satis.
is
Enemy down.
really unfortunate.
Enemy spotted. Huh. What's a little blood
Luckily
loss?
though, you didn't need to use a grenade on that. If the sniper had
Okay,
dodged,
let's go.
that would have been another restart for the mission.
What's a little blood loss? A crisis is a turning point, right, bro?
Don't run ahead of the pack. Support each other.
Moving
Like I
out.
said, that's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, and as said, Beyond the Floodgate can
Blood loss.
just... we're at the mercy of the mission itself. There you go, you got the gunner out this time.
Yeah.
Now into Area 5, we just need to capture the camp that goes into Area 2.
Enemy sighted. I see you there.
A double target mode there to
Camp occupation
just
confirmed.
ensure.
Keep it up.
Yeah, okay, sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a hostile. It's a hostile.
Draw off the enemy's attention.
Yep, and using a attack here because they remove mines and making sure that the mine there is
Yeah,
gone.
okay, sure. I found one.
Because there is no way to thread the needle between a double mine spawn if one does happen.
Yeah.
We might actually be able to win this.
I'm rolling out.
And now, for the big movement to go from Area 3 through Area 2 into Area 5 in a single turn.
Right, let's get her done.
Target confirmed.
Right, let's get her done. Right, let's get her done.
And now we just have to also hope that Area 4 will hold.
Yeah, and also that my escort APC doesn't get damaged too much.
It should be okay, but
Yeah,
We'll
things
see.
have happened.
yeah, camps will be captured by the enemy because, yeah, they now decide to capture camps when it's not your base camp for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
Because in a lot of the earlier missions, you would just leave your base camp open, and they're just like, okay, not going to approach it.
Let's get her done.
Yeah, like I've had attempts where all 3 of my units died on the first turn.
Yeah. As we say, like, you are really at the mercy of this mission. It is the final decider if your run is good or your run is bad.
Yeah, and there's a reason why we do it first thing in December.
Yeah, even though it's the 4th mission for the key missions, that's why we get rid of it first. You made a good call on resetting the mission.
I think
To
so
begin,
too.
Here is today's news. Ah, Avon, how can I help you today?
We got our last defend mission.
Yep. This is just effectively hold Area 5, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah. If we're lucky,
And-
we may only get 1 tank.
Yeah. If there's any tanks that spawn, you destroy the tanks, as that's the only thing that can destroy your tank.
Yeah.
Right, let's get her done. Eat this.
Also, there's an area effect in the mine
Let's get her done.
here when it's all bright, called Ragnar Heal, which I believe just heals 50% all units, except tank. 50% to infantry units at the end of the turn instead of just 20.
Right,
Yeah.
let's get her done.
If you're in a camp, you'll get 80.
Yeah.
Down you go.
Respond. Hey, what happened?
Oh yeah, so I do want to give a special shout out to you. Like, you're so knowledgeable about the PSP games. Like, I have learned so much from you, and helping me out with the eventual all mission speedrun. Like, what you did for the ultimate challenge was amazing. What you did in 3 hours, and improving upon work I did like a long time ago, and just I probably wouldn't have pushed any percent normal down as much as I would have if it worked for you. So, floor is yours.
That's very much appreciated. For anyone wondering, like, what happened to Ultimate Challenge, if I remember correctly, Ultimate Challenge was, I think it was like a 17.5-minute mission,
Yeah.
and over the course of 3 hours, I brought it down to, I figured out a route, and it came down to 8 minutes 46. An entire 8.5 minutes just cut off the run
Yeah.
for a single mission.
But yeah.
My approach to that mission as well, when you were looking at it, you're like, what? What's going on? And it was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then flamethrowers just go bar and cook the entire mission, and yeah, flamethrowers are broken.
Yeah. Yeah, someday I will do all missions, and it's gonna take 16 plus hours if I'm being generous. Probably a lot more.
We're estimating about 16 hours for all missions, which is scary
Yeah,
to think about.
it is, and I will make it happen someday, but for now, I'm just happy that I was even able to do Ultimate Challenge and just, yeah, like, I think I'd only done like 4 attempts and then I got the run.
Yeah, because initially it was like, oh, well, with this new route that I came up with, you're like, oh, sub 10 minutes in Ultimate Challenge would be pretty nice. You skipped the 10 and went to 9.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To
And
begin,
my
here is
like
today's
silly
news.
approach I came to that was like,
Avon,
what
how
if
can I help
we
you today?
just use fences to defend?
And don't forget Doot Boost.
Oh yeah, and the Dupe Boost. It's not a class that you see through the any percent run, but there's Anthem cores and Anthem elites. They have instruments that do insane boosts to your classes. It's like 50% boost to versus personnel, versus armor, defense. I think it's 30, specifically 35% to your magazine size. So when you put into account 35% magazine size and then plus 50% in your versus personnel, the damage just goes through the roof.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And it also gives you additional range on your weapons, which is even crazier to me. But yeah, with the Dupe Boost, it makes that mission so nice. Like, the first movement that you do with Alias in that mission is so awesome. And the Dupe Boost mass out to where Alias can destroy the
Moving out.
supply vehicle in Area 1 that's necessary. Without needing to hit the radiator.
Please, please.
I see one.
Oh, that's good. I got the commando. This is going to be a much easier grenade launch.
Yeah, if you got a scout, the scout would turn around.
Yeah, and I'd
As
have
well?
to be really specific with my aiming.
Yeah, but the commando spawn there was really, really nice.
Yeah. But yeah, did you see the movement I did with Marion? Like, that cannon tower can kill me really quickly.
Yeah. Before you climb the ladder near that cannon tower, it actually has 2 levels of height bonus against you, and singular bullets hurt an absolute ton from it.
Yeah.
So it's good that you had a really, really,
Yeah.
really nice run with Marion.
Alright, I'm gonna heal for safety.
Yeah, good call on the heal with Anaset. It's unfortunate that cannon tower also has the 2 sets of height bonus on you.
Alright, so... Alright, I should be fine. That's actually pretty good that I didn't have to go all the way around in that last area.
Yeah.
Nothing to get wild about.
There you can see, like, the cannon tower is pelting Zeri insanely hard with bullets.
Yeah.
And then for Area 3, we know where the 2 spawns are. One in the middle and one on the raised platform, which requires a grenade to get to,
Yeah.
annoyingly.
But... No, that was actually... That was good. That was a good mission.
Yeah, that was solid and very well handled.
We only got one more regular mission.
Yep. And it is the final capture the camp mission.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so...
To begin,
Even
here
though a
is
lot of
today's
work
news.
has been improved on, these next 3 missions are entirely my
How can I
work
help you
still.
today?
Yeah, very, very little work has changed at the end game. Mostly because the strategies used for them are as optimal as you could already get.
Yeah.
There have been a couple changes though, like you do less stutter stepping in versus Duck. I know you do a little bit less stutter stepping there,
Yeah.
but outside of that, the approach to
Moving out. I see you.
Clash and hold armor and Clash on the deck are,
Enemy sighted.
have not changed.
Yeah. Hey,
Watch and learn.
we're gonna go for a bit of a tricky grenade launch,
I don't lose.
which hopefully I can get. Alright. That should work. Okay, that's good.
Nice grenade launch from that Mauler. That. I think I've had like a bit of trouble with that grenade launch myself. It's definitely a finicky one.
Yeah, I managed to get that consistent. However, we got some pretty awful luck with the V2 unit.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate V2 yet there. So, an important thing we have to do here is we have to block this bunker with the tank, as we have to capture the camp in the middle of Area 5.
Oh,
They'd still be.
Wounded Heart's unfortunate because it does make our tank a little bit less accurate,
Down you go.
but kind of have to go as the game says. So there will be a little bit of start stepping here for Anisette, mostly because as you can see, getting hit by the V2s in the purple drink is a lot of damage.
alright. Got Fearless Will at least.
Yeah, Fearless Will adding a ton of damage to Anisette already. For the Mauler, for the kill.
Enemy camp
I handled that pretty well.
That was incredibly well handled.
Moving out. Enemy spotted. A crisis is a turning
Now
point.
just some
Right, bro?
simple runs with Avan. Unfortunately not a scout elite. Where as a scout elite he'd get an additional 100 AP for his movement.
Yep.
Gives him 650 total. You can go running marathons with that amount of AP.
Oh, definitely.
So a very fast enemy turn there. I don't actually think they did anything.
Nope.
They could have taken the fencer in Area 4 and captured your base camp, but they decided nah. The camp that you've captured in Area 5, they could have taken that back, but they decided nah.
Right. Let's get her.
Oh, this should be interesting.
But I see you there. But I see you there.
Oh, I don't like that front V2.
Go down.
I got this.
Yeah.
Cute.
Ooh,
I can take you all.
useful bloodthirsty. Nice. Taking out the V2 in the camp.
Okay.
But the
let's go.
V2 in the middle in this area is quite unfortunate. It's just going to be a bunch of start stepping to get past.
Nope.
At least you don't have the V2 on this side of the map.
Yeah. I was just playing dangerously. What can I
Takes
say?
more than that.
If you had the Scout Elite on a barn, you can make that in a single move. Saves a little bit of time not having to reselect, of course.
Yeah. No, but that was good. That was really good.
Very nice counter offensive.
Alright, end game time.
And it's time for the final 3 missions in the game. Only the last one has seen a little bit of change. That's mostly just using a trooper-based character
To
instead of a
begin,
scout
Here is
at the
today's
end.
news.
But yeah, these last 3 missions will go by pretty quickly. I still have the anti-ailment suit 1 on Yvonne, so I die in 3 hits here.
Yeah. So, for a casual playthrough, this mission is incredibly scary. You just have Dirk in the middle of Area 3, staring
Okay,
down
let's go.
right at you,
Let me at him.
but his weakness is target mode. The more you enter target mode, the more vulnerable he becomes because he cannot fire a shot at you.
I see one.
That was still really good stutter step.
That was very clean.
Right, let's get her done. Eat this.
You press that button, out comes the supply vehicle in the warehouses, and now Doug is vulnerable to be shot in the back
I'm rolling out.
and then shot in the head.
Eat.
Did not wait at all.
2 more.
And I got a bloodthirsty, if you saw that really quick.
Yeah, useless bloodthirsty, but it's one that didn't waste time.
Correct.
That would have been nice in Royandale Canyon.
Yeah, you want to?
Please, Lavinia.
To begin,
Yeah, you want to explain
here's
the
today's
next
news.
mission.
Okay, so now that we have taken out Dirk, we have jumped on board the Dandarius, which is the rebel warship. What we need to do in this mission is we need to break 3 radiators that are powering the main cannon of the Dandarius. If you don't, what ends up happening is that the cannon will launch a barrage on every area where you haven't destroyed the radiator.
Alright. Okay.
And it will do this every turn.
Alright, time to do things. Alright, wait for it, wait for it. Alright. Hopefully I get this.
I'm rolling out. Eat this.
Wander shot!
I gave you this room to say that. That
Thank
was one of the first skips found for this mission, where normally you would need to press both buttons that are in Area 1 to access the 2 radiators. However, by having the tank in a very specific position and threading the needle between the flooring and the wall where they kind of meet for in Area 2,
Quite refreshing.
you can get a shot that can hit the turret sink without needing to open the gate.
Disappointment.
Also, the railings that you see in this mission actually don't exist.
Enemy spotted. I see one. Enemy spotted.
So Ivan will run down to open the door in Area 1 to make the 3rd heatsink vulnerable.
Let's get started.
I actually hit the thing.
Yeah, if you aim a little bit too low, yes, you can just hit the raised area instead of the heatsink, but as we said, those railings are not real.
Alright, final mission.
The final mission, where we defeat Valkyrie Baldrin, he's
Yes.
incredibly angry, and
To begin, here is
in the
today's
area
news.
he is in, there is no supply vehicle because he is powered by a backpack. Yep, he just has a radiator in his back, and it's probably incredibly hot with how he's feeling. With the amount of heat and energy coming off that, that's probably not good for his back.
Yeah, true. He's beyond saving, so he's going down.
Yeah. So the approach, pretty simple. What we need to do is we just need to press the button to open the door in Area 2,
Enemy spotted.
as that will set Zeri free to be able to capture into Area 4.
Watch and learn.
instead of capturing the camp, we just use the spawn the game gives us to, well, capture the camp that goes into Area 4.
Alright, here I go.
Watch and learn. I don't lose.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I took a good amount of damage.
Yeah, getting between that scout, getting over the barricade between that scout and the wolf is, whenever you got positions like that, it's really, really frustrating. So here comes Anisette to be the bait for Baldrin.
Enemy spotted.
Couple starter steps to
Entering combat. I'll show you what a
delay Baldrin's attacks.
It's not over until it's over.
rolling out. Go down.
Yep, okay.
Shoot Baldrin.
Cute.
Oh, bloodthirsty. Shoot Baldrin in the back to turn off his glamour in, you know, his little wings. And then shoot him in the head, shoot him in the body, and it's over.
Time. That's a good time.
That's not bad considering what happened.
Yeah,
You
we
had
did it! Clutch
arsehole
is
be,
day.
well, the major arsehole.
Yeah.
3:20:33.
This might have been my cleanest marathon run.
0.69 according to the splits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I've had much messier marathon runs. But yeah. Did I show off the one cutscene? If we have time.
Do we have time to show off the one cutscene?
I guess. Yes, okay, we're gonna show it. Gonna have it with little to no context.
Look, there's the signal. Well, this is it. Everybody ready to pull? All together now.
Sure, let's go.
And just a little more.
Let's move! Right. Cosette, don't! Hold on tight!
I can't believe it. I'm so glad you're safe.
We did it.
Yeah.
I got one more thing to show. Since we have a bit of time,
We're
this
here
is require me to quit out. Go back into the game. I just want to end it on a very special note, okay? Don't say anything, Luke.
I think I know.
Yes. So, we're gonna load up a save. I think not my world record save, because usually what I do is that if I get a PB/world record, I do a save at the end of my playthrough. For some reason, I did not do that for this most recent one. Well, explain what happened. I'm gonna load up here.
Oh, with the
Yeah,
most recent record.
yeah. What
Uh,
happened with not saving in? What happens when you do select the save?
Oh yeah,
later?
when you hit new game, you can. We did it at the start of this run. You can actually just back out of not saving, and the game will let you continue going forward without selecting a save slot. And then when you decide to save, then you get an option of where to save.
Ah, Avon. How can I help you today?
but we were uncertain with how that interaction would go, so I think you didn't save your current world record save.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So, yeah, it's been a while since we've done this mission, and
Yeah, we're going back to March because Wandering Mind tried to find a way of a way to try to trigger the end completion state a little bit earlier by driving to the left, similar to what happened in one of the desert missions where you drove to the left to hit the end trigger a bit earlier. But this one didn't work out and kind of caused something really, really funny to happen, to where sometimes collision forgets to be added to certain areas.
yeah.
And we'll see some very funky collision stuff happen.
Yeah.
Occupation confirmed. Now,
Right.
onto the...
I'm rolling out.
But as you can see here, you can see how Ragnade is a lot faster for stutter stopping.
Don't charge up ahead.
Yeah, it's very, very fast. Grenade is the second fastest, and then I think tied with Grenade is the Engineer Spanner.
Yeah. I forgot you could use that.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we're just going through the enemy phase, so we can mistakenly not finish the mission and get some very wonky collision.
Yeah.
I see you there. I see you there.
Whoops!
Yeah, so because Wandering Mind accidentally did hit that Lancer, you have to wait for it to respawn before it would carry on to your next action.
Alright. We're almost there.
Rolling out.
Yeah, sometimes collision decides it's not gonna work, and you kind of halfway up not as beautiful rock that Alexis was looking at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
And
how
I think that'll be it.
Yeah.
Keep your wits about you.
Thank you for having us on.
Thank you, RGLtv, for having us on again, 2 years in a row, and hope the rest of the marathon goes fantastically well.
Yeah.
Would you mind coming with me?